Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, kids, should I pull my balls out? That's not what I told you to say, Terry. Now let's try this again. And remember, kids, it's one education at a time.
You guys will never leave. I'll be here forever. Yeah, hold on. Okay, we got Dubs, happiness for family. Cool, man. I want to get a little list here. Let me get I want to get all of the answers that people give. Do a tally. I don't know what people say. So. Okay, so Dub says happiness for family. Stephanie Jenks, hey, what's up? What up, Chris and Dubs? Good to see you both. Good to see you too, Stephanie. I haven't never seen you on this channel before, so welcome in. If you sacrifice your family for happiness, you deserve neither. Okay. What do you think, Stephanie? What do you think? Would you sacrifice happiness for your family, or would you sacrifice family for your happiness? I'll get everyone's opinion on this. It's a requirement. If you don't answer, then you're kicked out. No, I know there's a lot of people in here that they never say anything. They're actually trolls. They just come in just to watch and troll. Yeah, like kids and wife. Yeah. What kind of family other family would it be? Like your 1A family? No, like your real family, dude. Like, yeah, like wife and kids and stuff. No, you gotta put the DMA crew ahead of everything. The 1A family. You sacrifice happiness for family. Okay. Doing a tally here. Okay. Stephanie is happiness for family. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much. Texas Gal in here. What up, Texas Gal? I balance both as much as possible. No pigs here. Of course, I mean, of course you want to balance it, right? I mean, yeah, I mean, we all want to be happy. You know what I mean? Um, but I mean, if you had to sacrifice, though, I mean, you can't. You're riding the fence now, Texas Gal. You got to, lay it on the line here. If you had to, I mean, what would you sacrifice? You know what I mean? And be honest. You know what I mean? You got to be honest about it too. Oh, I see what you're saying. Like, yeah, aunts and cousins. Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Because like, I feel you, man. Because my extended family, they're whack too, bro. Like, some of them are cool, but a lot of them are just straight up whack, bro. Like, they all can't stand me. You know what I mean? And they can't stand me because of my YouTube channel. Not this channel, but the channel. So they all just think the same way that most people think, that I'm just creating a conflict and trying to start stuff, and so they don't like me. So I'm just like, whatever. Screw you guys then too. Let's see. I had to sacrifice my channel due to my family for their happiness. My daughter was being affected. Oh, wow. Okay. I'm sorry to hear that. So then you would sacrifice your happiness for your family then. Okay. So I'll put you on that. Texas Gal would sacrifice happiness for family. Okay. I mean, I've been there too. You know what I mean? Like I've had to sacrifice my channel before for family. I had to sacrifice. I didn't upload a video for like 3 or 4 months because of Sweet Tea. Not because of her, because I was trying to work on us. You know what I mean? I said that on the last stream that I did here on this channel, but I didn't upload any videos because I was too busy trying to just focus on us, because when we're doing good and trying to fix stuff. So I feel you on that. So anyone else? We only got, let's see what we got. 3 answers, and we got 6 people in here. So the lurkers, you got to answer. What would you sacrifice? What's more important to you? And then, if you guys aren't aware, I just dropped a new video yesterday on the 2.0 channel, which, by the way, is the only channel that you'll ever find new videos on. It's the 2.0 channel. The main channel might still be going now because I'm talking to my social media manager. Maybe there'll be more compilation videos on there, but that channel is pretty much just, it's a wrap, dude, unfortunately. So there's not really going to be much anything on there anymore. Unless all of a sudden, miraculously, they get rid of the shadow ban and it just comes back to normal. But otherwise, I'm starting over. But I dropped a new video, dude, and it's a really good one. I thought it was good, dude. She's this chick, her name's Lisa, and she's her channel is Rocky Ventures Audits, and she audited this place, but like the Officer Danos, which one of my viral videos. The original video had like 100 and something thousand views, and then it got taken down, so I had to re-upload it, and it's only got like 30,000 because everyone already saw it. But what's up, Q the Audit? Haven't seen you in a few shows. Hey, just got here. Did I miss anything exciting? Yeah, you missed everything. You're too late. No, but we actually really just started. So the question is would you sacrifice your happiness for your family, or would you sacrifice your family for your happiness? That's the question. I'm taking a poll here. I'm getting everyone's answer here. So I want to figure out what everyone would say. Frederick Nizici, I didn't say that right. That makes a good case for purpose is better than happiness. Okay. And that's a good comment. I'll elaborate on that a little bit later. I want to get everyone's opinion first, and we'll jump into it more. What's up, Candace? If your family isn't what brings you happiness, there's a problem. Okay. So I'll take that as that you would sacrifice your happiness for family. I don't know. But I would agree with that. But I mean, it doesn't really answer the question, though, I guess. So I'm assuming that would mean you would sacrifice happiness, because it's kind of weird, because like you're not really sacrificing happiness for your family, because you're saying your family should bring you happiness, right? So I'm kind of confused. But like, you know, if you had to sacrifice happiness for your family, is that what you would do? Your family should be your happiness. Yes, I agree. But like, if there was a circumstance where like it was either you had to put something, like let's say like for me, like the DMA channel, it brings me happiness. If I had to put my DMA channel ahead of, you know, my family, that would be putting my happiness ahead of my family. Or if I were to say, nah, fuck it, dude, I gotta let the DMA channel go to the side, you know, because I got to put my family first. You know what I mean? That would be an example. He argued that striving for purpose and meaning, particularly through the will to power and overcoming challenges, is a more valuable and fulfilling pursuit than simply seeking happiness. Yeah. I mean, happiness really, here's the thing that people don't realize about happiness is that happiness comes from within. Like people always think that, well, when I meet this girl, then I'll be happy, right? When I get this girlfriend, or when I make this much money, or when I, you know, I live in this place, then I'll be happy. And like, that's just not how it works though. Happiness comes from within. And then once you're happy within, then you attract all these things that you think will make you happy, right? It's like what's it called? What's it called when like it's something that you do something and then it brings something else? Paradox. It's a paradox. Sometimes your happiness is best for your family. Okay. Of course, I would sacrifice something that made me happy for my family if it was causing issues. Okay, so we got Candace. Sacrifice happiness for family. So far, I mean, okay, I don't want to say too much. Okay. People who love me sacrifice tiny things because they care and want for happiness atmosphere. They do things wanting just for me. Okay, I think I'm not understanding here. Okay, so people who love you, people who love you will sacrifice happiness. They do things just, hold on, I don't know, man. You're gonna have to rephrase that. I'm sorry, I'm not, it's a little over my head. I'm not cognitively figuring that out. Oh, I didn't read your previous comment. Okay, hold on. Hold on, let me see what I didn't read here. Yeah, your family should be your happiness. And then you said, if your family isn't what brings you happiness, there's a problem. And then you said, of course, I would sacrifice something that made me happy for my family if it was causing issues. Yeah, I read all your comments. I think I got it. So yeah, if you had to, then you would sacrifice something that was making you happy. You would sacrifice your happiness for your family, right? I think I got what you meant. Sacrifice goes full circle. Okay. Is that what you were trying to say in this thing that I didn't understand? People love me, sacrifice even tiny things. Okay. Oh, shoot. Yeah, I mean, I'm on my streaming app, so I don't know. Maybe I didn't get one of your things. I don't know. Can you re-put it in there then? Because I guess I didn't get it. So let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, we got 4 answers so far and 8 people in here. So we got 50%. So everyone's got to put an answer in. Please don't tell me I got 4 trolls in here out of the 8 people. Because I know I have a lot of trolls that watch this channel now. I figured it out. They literally just watch this channel just so they can like hate me. You know what I mean? The people that don't say anything, they're just trolls, dude. It's like, you know, like sometimes I don't even watch audits really that much anymore because like they do stress me out, and I don't like to watch things that make me feel bad. But like people literally like they hate me so much, but they'll not only just watch my audit so they can just be pissed off, but they'll like come to my personal channel, which really has nothing to do with audits, and they'll just like sit here and watch me so they can hate on me. They'll leave a comment every now and then, like just hating on me. I'm like, dude, this didn't even have anything to do with activism. You just still hating on me, dude. That's very, very low vibration to the max. Hard work, early mornings, late nights, not partaking in certain hobbies and interests, like that kind of sacrifice. Yeah, exactly. Anything that would bring you happiness, dude, like, would you sacrifice that? I said, F your family. Those people are needy, especially kids. They're always hungry, want food, clothes. You pay attention to them. Yeah, F your family, man. Needy motherfuckers. Damn kids, they need to eat like every day. Motherfuckers, man. Damn, got school supplies again. Shit. Fuck those motherfuckers, man. I mean, dude, kids cost me a lot of money, dude. I was saying on one of my other shows, I said, like, people are like all concerned about how much they pay for their dog, you know? Like, oh, you know, you can adopt a dog for like $60. You know what I mean? Why are you going to pay $1,200 for some purebred dog? And I mean, $1,200 ain't even that much. Like, you know, some purebreds, $2, $3, $4, $5 grand, right? You know, because I paid $1,100 for my dogs each, which actually ain't that bad. They're not purebreds, but they're still considered a designer dog. They're a Morkie, which is a Maltese and a Yorkie. And so, but people are like, oh man, I don't just pay that much money. But like, dude, that's just the initial cost for your dog, right? Like, if they live 10, 15 years, like, how much money are you going to spend on dog food alone? Right? We're talking thousands of dollars here. All of their shots, all of their doctor visits. You got to get them an emergency surgery. You got to get them spayed, neutered. You got to go in for, they got an allergy shots they need to get now. Like, you know what I mean? Leashes and collars and, you know, all this stuff, toys, everything. Do I think about it? How much money are you spending on your dog for its entire life? Tens of thousands of dollars, right? So what does it matter if you pay $60 for a dog or $1,100 for a dog? It's just like, it's a very, very small difference, right? So people shouldn't really worry that much about how much the cost of their dog is, right? My kids bring me happiness. I have sacrificed so much for them and still haven't seen them in a number of years. Wanted to yell 3 different times for the same thing just to see them because of their mom. I'm sorry, man. Yeah, dude. You know, that's another thing, dude. Like, sometimes these women, man, I don't know your situation. Everyone's situation is different, but women will do that, dude. Like, from my experience, I've known women can be like vindictive. You know what I mean? Like, they want to always get even. So like, if you did this, then I'm going to do this. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one thing that women have power over a lot of times, because women get custody of the kids, like 90, like, I don't know what it is, but it's definitely in the 90s, 90 percentile of the time, right? So that's something they can use over them. You know what I mean? Like, you know, they just keep the kids from them a lot. So sucks. I'm sorry, bro. And that's kind of like, it's another thing. Like, I'm just glad I didn't have kids, dude, because dude, with my dogs alone, bro, like, these are my kids. And it's like, it's hard enough with these guys, man. I feel bad enough, dude, like neglecting them sometimes. Or I'm like, dude, I haven't taken them to the park in a while. And I feel bad, dude. Like, I can imagine having kids, dude, especially like doing it by your own. Like, if you're a single mom or single dad, you know, having to do all that while balance everything else out, because you have to have an equal balance, right? You got to have your physical fitness, you got to have your career, your love, your family, like all that shit, balancing all that. Like, there's not enough time in the day, man. Like, 24 hours isn't enough time to balance all that. I feel like I need like 100 hours in a day, and then maybe I could balance that. You know what I mean? So, all right. So I think we've probably got everything we're going to get, at least for now. So, I mean, literally everyone said they would sacrifice their happiness for their family. So let me see if I can present this. Let me see here. I got something I want to share with you guys here, if I can find it. I don't think it's on this one. This one, I think. This is what made me want to make this. Sorry, guys. Okay, I think I got it now. Okay, so let's watch this here. I'm gonna turn this music off. Okay, so this is what made me want to make to make this as my title. I saw a short that really kind of like struck a chord with me. So you guys might know this guy. His name's David Cooley, and I really like this guy, man. He's kind of like you know, an Andrew Tate kind of dude, but he's not like really. He's definitely more humble than that guy, man. He's got a lot of. He's a super highly intelligent guy. So check out what he has to say.
Would you sacrifice your family for your happiness, or would you sacrifice your happiness for your family?
If I'm not happy, no.
What about you?
I would definitely go for my happiness, because what is life about if we're not trying to be happy?
And what about you?
I've actually been there and done that, and I did choose my happiness.
With all of your answers, this is the reason why women initiate 70 to 80% of the divorces, because you prioritize your happiness over your family. Marriage isn't about happiness. It's about purpose and duty. Happiness is fleeting. It's up and down. You're happy at one moment, and then you're not happy another moment. Men, we could be unhappy. We act despite how we feel. There's guys that suffer in sexless relationships, sexless marriages, and still stay with that woman.
You have one life to live. Why would you sit there and be miserable?
Because men, we don't prioritize the way we feel. We prioritize what's real, and that's family, that's the woman, that's the children. So we'll sacrifice our happiness for a relationship without a problem. Mm-hmm. Would you sacrifice?
So there you go, guys. What do you think about that? What do you think about them apples? So if you guys also have like anything that you guys want to share, like if you have like a video that's hot and popping, you want me to play, let me know. Who can tell me where I am right now? The first person to tell me where I am right now, I'll send you some stickers in the comment section or in the chat. See how much people pay attention. Cue the audit, got it. Oh, on a couch. No, you got it for sure. I'll send you. Did I send you? No, I didn't send you. I sent you something. What did I send you? Yeah, I sent you stickers. I'll send you some more stickers. I gotta get I gotta order more. I don't know which ones I gave you. I think I gave you what I had. I didn't give you everything though. Well, I'll send you some more stuff. I mean, you won. You got it. I'm at Sweet Tea's house. People can tell because, like, she can tell because she watches all my stuff, I guess. I mean, she did say I was her favorite auditor, so I think she watches pretty much everything of mine. So that's why she got that. But yeah, this is Sweet Tea's. Whenever I'm over here on this couch with that backdrop, that's what that means. I mean, you're close, real close. But as long as Q the audit's around, you're always going to be second best, see? The Apostle Paul found happiness in all things, even a prison. Hey, man, you know, that's true. I mean, you really can find happiness in all things. It's really, like I said, it's a state of mind. It's something that comes from within. But it's difficult. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, I could be happy in jail, but it's harder. It's definitely harder to do. It takes some practice. But, like, you know, if you're there long enough, you know, people get institutionalized. And that means, like, you've been in jail so long that you don't want to not be in jail anymore. Like, you're used to it. And, like, being out is weird. You don't actually like it. You prefer to be incarcerated. That's what being institutionalized means. So yeah, I mean, you can get used to anything. You know, you get your routine, you kind of used to how things goes, and you get comfortable. Like I always say, being comfortable and content is like a dream killer. It's the worst thing. Anytime you get comfortable and content, it's not good. That means that you're not growing anymore, right? Like, you take somebody being institutionalized, right? They're comfortable, they're content, they're okay with it. Anytime, you know, you're just comfortable with your life. Like, if you have somebody who lives in an apartment, and, you know, it's not like the best apartment, you know, it's okay, but, you know, it's not bad. Somebody might just become content with that. And they live their life, they're content, and they just keep going. That's it. You know, they're content, so they just stay living there. You know, they stay making the same amount of money. They don't do anything else. But it would almost be better. In fact, it would be better if their living condition was worse than just mediocre, right? Like, if there's cockroaches all over the place and there's black mold, right? And, like, you know, it's a ghetto ass neighborhood and there are drive-bys everywhere. And, you know, it's just like a piece of crap neighborhood, dude. And it sucks. That would actually be better, because then somebody would be like, no, I can't live with life like this, dude. I have to do something. And they would force themselves to do something else and go somewhere else, right? And be better. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, comfort is like a dream killer, man. Like, you can never be successful if you're comfortable. You always have to be uncomfortable, because during the discomfort is where all the growth happens. You'll never grow if you're not uncomfortable, right? Like I said about a crab. Crabs, they grow, and then they're too big for their shell, and they get uncomfortable. So they shed their shell, and then they go and they find another shell, right? And it works, and then they grow. And when they grow too big, they get uncomfortable, and then they shed their shell and go find another shell. It's a process, right? Okay, let's see here. Behind here. My family, kids are more important than anything that may bring happiness. Plus, their happiness makes me happy. Yes, that's empathy. And I feel that, you know, and I don't have kids, but, like, you know, my dogs, when they're happy, I'm happy. When Sweet Tea's happy, I'm happy, you know, like, if I do something that makes her happy, it makes me happy, you know. So I feel that for sure. I like Candace's answer though. And you sent me stickers already, so send them to Candace. Oh, okay. All right, Candace, do you want stickers? I'll send you some. You got to email me your mailing address, and I'll send you some stuff. Oh, do I owe you a sticker? Oh, my bad, dude. I didn't know that. Did you ever email me your address? I didn't even know that I owed you a sticker, dude. I'm sorry, dude. I wasn't trying to like diss you like that or anything. Denver Metro Audits at gmail.com. I'll totally send you a sticker though, dude. I'll send you a few of them actually. So what do you guys think though about that video that I played, where he was basically saying, I mean, those videos are kind of like, you know, women, clearly not women like you. And I'm learning stuff from like doing these, because I watch a lot of those videos, and like then I try to associate them into this channel, and like the women that are in here are always different than the women that are on those. You know what I mean? So it's confusing to me. I'm learning too. But like the women that are on his podcast and these kind of podcasts are like, you know, they're like pretty women that they're either sex workers or they're just pretty women who like, you know, think they're all that in a bag of chips. Maybe that's kind of what it is, you know, is that those types of women don't want to sacrifice their happiness. You know what I mean? I don't know. But what do you think? I mean, clearly all the women on that panel were like, no, you know, if you don't have your happiness, you don't have anything. So, you know, you got to have happiness first. Okay, cool, me. I don't even remember that I owed you a sticker, dude, to be honest with you. But I mean, I'd send you a sticker anyways, dude. So you're my boy anyway, so. Yeah, so let me know what you think about that. I'm glad you're out, dude, for real. Oh, 6 months ago. Damn. That was a long ass time ago. What'd I ask? I want to know what it was. Actually, no, I actually did. Oh, I remember I owed somebody a sticker once too, because I remember what it was. It was when I used to do these types of shows on the DMA channel, on like the vertical ones, the shorts feed ones. And like, I was like, if anyone knows who this is, I'll mail you a sticker. And somebody knew, he's like, oh, that's Aphrodite, drum and bass. And I was like, oh, dude, I'll mail you a sticker. And then I think I just got caught with emails. Then I checked the email and I was like, and I never checked it again. I just got caught up because I get so overwhelmed. You know what I mean? I fucked that off. And I think I remembered like months later, I was like, fuck, I never mailed that guy a sticker. It's good to be out. I don't remember, bro, what it was. Okay, all good. Once you decide to start a family, it becomes about them, not you. Making them happy brings you happiness. Hey, well said. I like, you know what, Candace, I like you, man. You got a lot of like wisdom. Like I said, everything you say really resonates with me. Making them happy brings you happiness. Yes. I don't think all women think like you do, though. Like you think like a man thinks, I think. You know, I think that's the way that most men think. I don't think that's the way most women think. Because you're old. You don't look that old. Oh, what's up, Wade? Good to see you, dog. I think women have been programmed to be that way, similar to race and gender, black versus white, etc. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, it's kind of like a societal norm, right? And it's the way that they are programming women to be. I mean, if you ever watch like, the TV shows, the sitcoms, right? You look at like The Simpsons even, okay? Homer is a dumbass, right? And everyone makes fun of him. He's supposed to be the leader of the household, and he's a freaking imbecile. Everyone makes fun of him. He's a dumbass, right? And then you got like The Big Bang Theory, right? It's a bunch of nerd guys, like a bunch of beta males, and like the women are the bosses, right? You ever watch that show? My mom loves that show. I don't think it's funny at all, but my mom likes it, so I've seen it a bunch. And the women are the bosses, right? And then you got, let's see, what else you got? There's more. I can't think of them right now, but like a lot of the TV shows that you watch is just like it's programming you. You know what I mean? So people start thinking a certain way. I mean, like I said, human beings are just followers by nature, so they just do whatever they're told or whatever they see, and they just believe it to be true. Oh, you'll be 53 on Friday. Oh, shoot. Well, happy birthday. 2 days away. 2 days away. Let's see. Hold on. So you're, well, don't tell me. Pisces. You're a Pisces, aren't you? Water energy. Cool. Happy birthday. Definitely the way I think. Nothing better than your kids being taken care of and enjoying life. Right on, dude. How many kids you have, bro? I mean, you're a young buck, dude. You have that many kids. We're talking about kids, bud. I think of your Dubs as like in his 20s or something. I know that probably not that young. Like, dude, people in their 20s in like this genre, the 1A genre, it's because I mean everyone in this channel is probably from the 1A stuff. They're very far few between. There's not very many people from 20 to 30. It's like you have to be at least like 35 to start showing interest in this kind of stuff. It started with women's lib, telling women you're not a slave to men and children, and progressed from there. Hold on, I'm having a hard time comprehending that one. Started from women's lib. Sorry, dude, I'm having a hard time with that. So I feel kind of like maybe I'm dumb or something. You have 3 kids? Dang, bro. 33 years old. That's not, I mean, that's pretty typical, I guess, 33, 3 kids. But you are young though, dude. Like you're young to me for sure. See, like Candace gets it, dude. She's smart. Okay, hold on. I think I'm getting it now. I don't know what a lib is then. Telling women you're not a slave to men and children. Telling women you're not a slave to men and children, and progressed from there. I don't have kids, so there really aren't people I would die for. But I put my life on hold to take care of my aging parents for the last 6 years or so. I guess sacrifice for family. Oh, that's cool. You don't have kids? I didn't know that. Right on. And that's kind of like, that's like one of my main motivations right now is I got to be able to take care of my mom. You know what I mean? Like my mom is taking care of me for so long and she's done so much for me financially, like more than she had to. You know what I mean? Of course she has to take care of me financially, when I'm a child. But like my adult years, I mean, dude, she's gone above and beyond. You know what I mean? She's paid for attorneys like a bunch. Like she paid for fines and like, bonding out of jail, like thousands of dollars, and a lot of stuff, dude, for me. Like you guys know that I was very troublesome as a teenager and adult, and young adult, in my 20s. Got in trouble a lot, and she put up with a lot, dude. Put my mom through hell. And so that's like one of my main motivations, is to be able to take care of my mom. And I know she'll be taken care of, because my sister, she's very successful, and her husband, my brother-in-law, he's also very successful. They're both highly educated, and he makes a lot of money, and my sister is going to make a lot of money. She's going to school right now. She's going to get her PhD. So I know, like, my mom will be okay. I mean, they'll take care of them, but I want to take care of my mom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm the oldest, and I want to be able to take care of her, because she's taking care of me so much. It's like the one thing that I want to be able to give back to my mom, It's like, that's probably like my ultimate goal, is to be able to say that I can at least take care of my mom when she gets old. So I feel you on that. And yes, good for you for putting your family before your happiness. I appreciate that. The women's liberation movement. Oh, okay. Telling women to get out the house, not a slave to the man or kids. Okay. So it's a liberation movement. It started with a women's liberation, telling women you're not a slave to men and children, and progressed from there. Okay, well, yeah, I mean, women aren't slaves to men, right? And they can get out of the house, and if a woman wants to have her own career and all that kind of stuff, and she wants to work and do her own thing, I mean, that's great. I don't think women should, not do that. And I don't think women should be slaves either to the man. But I mean, I believe in traditional values. You know what I mean? It should go God, man, woman, children. It's the most successful way. And like, take like ownership, right? Like you said, slave. Where is it? Not a slave to a man. So like ownership, like if I own something, like if I own Sweet Tea, right? It's not that I own her like she's my slave, but like I'm not willing to die. I'm not willing to risk my life to protect someone or something, right? I'm not willing to risk anything for something that I don't own. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? So like if somebody breaks into this house and I have to go hand-to-hand combat with some dude to protect her because they're going to kill her, I would never do that for something that I didn't own. You know what I mean? So like if I had the opportunity to just like bounce out the back door and just leave her, you know what I mean? Like, oh, you're on your own, Sweet Tea. You know what I mean? Like I would never do that. The only way that I wouldn't do that is if like I owned the thing. And like I said, it's not an ownership like a slave, like I own you in chains, like you're my bitch or something. You know what I mean? That you understand the difference of like ownership? You know what I mean? I hope I'm making sense for that. I was 22 when my daughter was born, and she just turned 11. Oh, dang, bro. Right on. Yeah, you started young. 22, actually, that's pretty typical in the old days. It's kind of young, like for today's generation. But, and same thing with me though, dude. Like Sweet Tea, I mean, she could own me. You know what I mean? It's not like that. I'm saying that like I own her, but like she could own me too. I mean, like when people talk about like jealousy versus possessiveness, there's a difference, right? So like jealousy, you can only be jealous of something that doesn't belong to you, right? But if you're possessive or not possessive, territorial, right? You're territorial over things that belong to you, right? Yo, what's up, Justin? I never seen you in here before, bro. Bart Simpson in the graffiti. Good to see you, man. Thanks for coming in on this channel. Seems like Dubs knows you. They burned their bra in a protest. It's all propaganda. Yeah, she owns these balls. That's true. She does. Okay, so what we're gonna do, let me see, because let me figure something else out. I wish I could get something different in here, but I like this one the best, I think. I could do this one. I'll do this one, something new. So we're going to take a quick bathroom break because I got to go to pee. All right, I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
I've been battling depression in the booth of what I sup in. My brain's a lethal weapon, killing all my second guessing. Ask who the best, and I'm the answer to the question. Flow harder than erections, headed in the right direction. Which is up for you dumb fuck. Yeah, I came from bum fuck. Praying for a come up, cause fuck where I come from. Hoes never love one, ain't snitching on what cuz done. And I can use my fist for the same thing a gun does. Fuck a catchy hook, this is really what y'all want, huh? I'ma give you game like the one that left you nut. Thinking I ain't got it still, then you nuts. Exes like my record, they get expunged. You a bitch cause you come way before your bitch does. Was on them little Zans like Diego was. I'm a dick and life's a bitch that'll swallow you up. Independent like Russ, need a label for what? Claim he got a body, then I think that's sus. If you ever caught a body, you would tell no one. Bet you pullin' 6'9" when you put in them cuffs. I ain't got a top 5, I think everybody sucks. You probably sat down when Slim Shady stood up. I ain't lazy, I'm crazy, fucking with my old lady. Cut the bitch off, now her friends won't date me. Hold up, baby. Know she still in love, but act like she hate me. It's okay, bitch, I get it, I be mad too. Ain't running to no bitch that been ran through. I do everything your man can do. She blow me like a fan do. They going head to head like FanDuel. I'ma stay lit like a candle. Finna blow like the hole on Shamu. She like a big dick like Pam do. Now she a groupie, that's what bands do. Now I'm back on, I'm acting brand new. Old bitches like, whoo, I can't stand you. I hope you eventually get canceled. Yeah, that's a bet, but also a stretch. Fuck a deep throat, this is going to your neck. Started at the top, but the bottom coming next. When I come, it's correct. 2 commas on the check, 2 dimes on the jet. I ain't never had to flex. It was days I was broke, iPhone full of text. Thank God I was blessed, I ain't never had to beg. Legs above her head, she gon' feel it in her chest. Ain't gotta write shit, still consider the best. Nah. Put these rumors to rest. Like the X in my bed.
And this is how we're starting our day. Yay!
This is how we're starting our day. Okay, let's change this song up a little bit. Actually, no, I like that song. All right, guys. Ain't no comments coming in. Still 6 people in here, though. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think about this, that, and the other thing? Has anyone seen my new video that I just dropped on the 2.0? Rocky Ventures audits. Let me know what you guys think about that, if you've seen it. Throw 1 in the chat if you've seen it, and throw a 2 if you haven't seen it. You can play a little bit of it if you want. Not the whole thing, but play a little bit. You know, I kind of like to, showcase other auditors and stuff. Okay, cool. Thanks, man. Thanks for being honest too, dude. Appreciate that. 2, he hasn't seen it. 2 haven't seen it. So we might maybe we'll play like the teasers or something so you guys can kind of check it out. I saw this morning. I like the auditor. I know I saw you in the comments. Bro. Thanks. Dude, she's cool, man. She's like so what makes her cool is, first of all, she's an old lady. You know what I mean? She's a senior citizen. So just that alone makes her cool. And you can tell like the way that the cop was talking to her, and the cops had a lot of patience with her because she's an old lady. You know what I mean? And so it's different. But at the same time, even though they had more patience with her, they dismissed everything she said like she was just an imbecile, right? They didn't take her seriously. So she probably told these police officers and the park rangers, like everyone that she talked to, she probably said it at least like 30 times, I think. I'm not exaggerating. She said probably about 30 times that it's a policy, not a law, and that in order to trespass someone from public property that's open to the public, you have to commit a crime. She said this repeatedly over and over and over again. And Officer Danos, every time she said it, he didn't even blink, or like it didn't register. It went literally in one ear and out the other. It was not registering. He was not actually listening to anything she had to say because he just thought, oh, it's just some old lady. She doesn't know what she's talking about. I'll just bully her. And it's funny because like the interaction that I had with him like 3 years ago, once I asserted myself that, hey, you know what, this is public property, you know, you're not going to bully me. You could see it in his face and his demeanor and like the way he was speaking to me, that he knew like, okay, I'm not going to get away with this. But like with her, with Lisa, it was just like, oh, you know, I'll do whatever I want. I'm not even listening to her. She's already told me, you know, 4 or 5 times. It's not even registering. I'm not even acknowledging what she's saying. And even when he said at the end, like, hey, you know, you would get cited for trespassing. And she said, okay, go ahead, write the ticket up, cite me for trespassing. And then she said, you know, that trespassing is a secondary crime, right? You can't trespass me from public property unless I commit a crime. He didn't even acknowledge what she said. He said, okay, you know what? I'm going to go write the ticket and then we'll cite you for trespassing. Like, that's what I'm saying. So like that, it's frustrating for me. You know what I mean? She was the smartest one in that building that day, but they were treating her like she was an imbecile. I didn't like that. So, and then of course, you know, the fact that she had interaction with that same cop made me want to showcase it even more too. So, oh, you watched it? Cool. I'm glad you watched it. Very composed, dude. I mean, she's, like I said, she's like I've never met her. Like, I plan on meeting up with her because we're going to go back to that rec center. And, you know, if I go, you know what's going to happen, right? Like, they're not bullying us out of there, dude. I promise you that. You know, and I can't say for sure because, you know, I am on federal probation now, so I don't really know what I'm going to do. I know that I do have an ego problem when it comes to being, you know, told that I have to leave a place that I know I have a right to be. So I'm not sure what's going to happen, but it's going to go down differently. I promise you that. And maybe it just takes somebody that's assertive, who knows? But yeah, everything's on 2.0 now. So anything on the main channel, guys, is just purely going to be like compilations and old videos and stuff. I'm starting over from scratch. Yes, frontal lobe disorder. Even the park ranger knew they were beat. Yeah, dude, that park ranger, dude, he came up and he literally said, it's a lawful order that you give me your date of birth when you get an administrative citation. It's a lawful order. You guys know that lawful order means that there's a law to back it up. So he's lying in a minute. I don't know if he actually believes that or if he's just lying to an old lady because he thinks he can get away with it, that he's going to tell somebody that it's a lawful order that you give your date of birth to me when I'm giving you an administrative citation, not a, you know, criminal citation, administrative, right? It means that it's just the law only applies to that specific facility. It's not like a law, like a state law or a city ordinance. It's not a law at all. But he said that to her. He said it's a lawful order. That's what he said. And she stuck her ground, dude. She held her ground, dude. And I was like, yes, man. I love that shit. And it makes it so much cooler because number one, she's a woman. Number two, she's an elderly woman. You know what I mean? It was annoying the way he is still spouting the same responses as when you saw him. Yes. That's another thing. I was like, dude, because, when I edit my videos, they're all kind of just like, I kind of play it by ear and like, just my creativity just kind of flows through me. And I'm like, when I'm watching this video that she's doing and I'm like, oh, dude, he said the same thing to me. You know what I mean? Like throw this in, like these flashbacks and stuff. So I'm glad that you liked it. Because, like, I put a lot of work into that. I mean, I put a lot of work into every video, but I like it when people like kind of see the same stuff that I was trying to convey. So if you haven't seen it, let's play we'll play like the teasers or something here.
Ever since.
So hold on here. Okay, so let's go like this. So there he is, guys. The guy with the mustache. I mean, the original video that I did had like 100 and something thousand views, and then it got taken down, so I had to re-upload it. And the new one only has like 30,000 views, but the original one actually is literally when I first started, like in 2022, I think. And here's the deal. Brian from Here's the Deal, he showcased that video. And this guy wasn't even really the main star. It was actually the other guy, the Detective Matthews, who had the Punisher, Blue Line Punisher sticker. And he's like, I will get you a business card, sir. And you guys remember that? He's the one. We'll actually play that short, maybe. But the short has like millions of views. So hold on. Let's put this on full screen. Okay, so let's just play the teasers for now so you guys can kind of see what we're talking about here.
I'm not going to beat into your games that you're playing today.
I'm not playing games.
Okay. And you're complying, so I don't have a
No,
reason.
I'm not. I'm going to go stand over there. And
Okay.
you said she wanted that enforced.
Yep.
Do you want to see me commit the violation and then you can cuff me?
There can be consequences for your actions no matter what you're doing in this world, okay?
There's only the law.
Okay.
You're not hired thugs.
Okay.
You can't enforce policy.
Okay.
So, but you just told me on camera,
Huh?
Leslie wants that enforced.
Right.
And you said you would enforce that.
If need be.
Okay, so let's go over and you can give me the trespass warning.
Lisa.
Come on, let's do it.
Or cop watches when I recognize this police officer right here. If you do, it's probably because he was a star in one of my most popular cop watches when I first started, which makes showcasing this new auditor that much sweeter. You know how people say, oh, you're just trying to create a conflict and start a problem? Well, I always say behind every auditor is government who turned them into one. Lisa's auditing journey began from continued mistreatment from La Familia Recreation Center in Denver, Colorado, because she decided to report another member who physically assaulted her, who happens to be friends with some of the staff. After they dismissed her complaint, she decided to record a pickleball meeting. And how dare her record anyone without their permission? So they suspended her for 30 days. After she published the video on YouTube and sent the link to Recreation Director Leslie Picard and Deputy Executive Director John Martinez, she got an email later that night stating that they extended her suspension for 1 year. This is the epitome of government retaliation. Although it's true, if she gets suspended from the rec center, she can no longer utilize the facility. She can still take pictures in the public lobby. That space is open to the public, and you do not have to be a member to utilize that space, especially for news purposes. I'm really impressed with Lisa's tenacity. She's bold, witty, and she's one of those people who's really funny, but she doesn't realize how funny she actually is. So head on over to Rocky Ventures Audits, give her a like, give her a subscribe, and leave her a comment to let her know I said hello. All right, guys, enjoy the video. Let's watch like
Hi.
part of
Can I
this.
get your name and badge number?
Sure, I'm Officer Danos with the Denver Police Department.
And I'm Lisa. And you're not going to violate my rights today, are you?
Violate your rights.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to the manager if you're not welcome to be on their property. Okay, I'm going to ask you to leave. You're on private property. Then you're going to have to
This
leave.
is their property?
Yeah.
This is private property?
Uh-huh.
This is public.
Who's the owner?
You say in County of Denver?
So it's public property then?
Okay, I'm going to talk to him.
Okay, and let me
I'll
just
be right
tell you,
back.
I have a suspension. She also banned me from the park across the street.
If you want to be on the sidewalk, you're okay. I know that. You're welcome to do it from the sidewalk.
Where's the line?
Right there. See where the grass meets the curb? Out here, you're fine. This is public. This is sidewalk.
And then this is the line?
Yeah, this is their property that they have to maintain.
Well, I think this is all public.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you, but okay, I don't want to argue with you.
Okay, that's
talk
fine.
to them and then
Thank
I'll
you.
get back with you.
And then he just keeps going with the same old script. Watch.
But you're
So-
welcome to do it from the side. Supervisor out here. to
Yeah,
talk to
I
you,
appreciate you do that.
Oh.
Here we go.
This guy,
29th. So
I know, but you're not policy enforcement, you're law enforcement.
right. So they'll push a trespass violation.
And I have to be breaking the law to be
Right.
trespassed
So-
in public.
So you need to be out on the sidewalk, and I'm
So
not
I-
going to argue with you about it. I'll have a supervisor come up here, and I'll get a supervisor out here. to
Yeah,
talk
I
to you,
appreciate you do that.
Okay.
Okay,
Then
that'd be
we'll
great.
have to proceed with the criminal charges.
Well, I mean, I want a supervisor so that
Well, no,
You can
I'm
explain.
telling you right now that is the sidewalk is where you legally can be, and that's great. And there's even shade over here. You're welcome to be there, but you're
So-
welcome to do it from the sidewalk. This is
Yeah.
the rec center's property that you're
Through the
standing
door.
on right now. You're on private property.
This is private property?
No, right here.
no, this is public.
So it's public property then?
Okay. I'm not going to
And then-
argue. I'm
well,
not going to
listen,
argue with
well,
you.
can I
Okay. I don't want to argue with you.
just
I'm
tell
trying to help you with
I
this,
know.
and it looks like you're going to get admission back. Look, this is a very short period of time.
So, anyways, you can see that Officer Danos there was not wasn't registering here. Oh, I saw this teaser last time you were on the night before last. Yeah, I did the same thing. His brain was buffering. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. Why? Yeah, he's the cop in the YMCA thing. What's up? She'll slip your punches. So here, let me play. Let's play the short just because for fun. Let's see if we can do popular ones. Let's go this way. Let's see where it shows up. Oh, look, here he is. Here's this guy. You remember, this is the guy that he was with.
Do you have some identification?
No.
No? Okay. Can you tell me your name?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to leave. You're on private property.
This is private property?
Uh-huh.
Who's the owner?
Don't! You say in County of Denver?
So it's public property then?
Don't!
Can I get your name and badge number, please, sir?
I'll get you a business card. Please stay back there, sir.
Can I get your name and badge number?
I will get you a business card. Please stay back, sir.
I will get you a business card. Please stay back, sir.
That's right. Buckle and bounce, buddy. Supervisor Sergeant right here told him to bounce. Nothing they can do. Nothing you can do. Trying to tell me this is private property? Ridiculous.
Please stay back, sir.
So that's that one right there. I had a couple different ones though of the same interaction. That was like the original one that I did. 582 views. That's it? 582? Oh. No, that can't be right. It's 582 views. Oh, yeah, it is. It's a crappy one. It's because that's after the shadow ban. My friend put that one up there for me. So after the shadow ban, that's how many views I get, guys. 582. So if you go to popular, and then here it is. This one's it's only 23,000 on that one. I had another one that was like millions of views though. Sorry, I don't care. It's the same interaction. 582 on that one. Oh, you know why? Oh, I know why. this is the 2.0 channel. That's why. So we could do it this way. Popular. This one, 1.9 million right here.
What's going on, guy?
Not much.
Can I help you?
No, I'm just taking some footage over here.
Do you have some identification?
No.
No? Okay. Can you tell me your name?
No, thank you.
Okay, I'm going to ask you to leave. You're on private property.
This is private property?
Uh-huh.
Who's the owner?
You say in County of Denver?
So it's public property then?
Okay, I don't want to argue with you.
Well, I mean, you said it's private property, but it's not. It's public property, sir.
Okay. I'll get a supervisor out here.
Yeah,
to talk
I
to you,
appreciate
okay?
you do that.
Okay.
Can I get your name and badge number?
Officer, I'll give you a business card.
Can I get your name and badge number, please, sir?
I'll get you a business card. Please stay back there, sir.
Can I get your name and badge number?
I will get you a business card. Please stay back, sir.
I will get you a business card. Please stay back, sir.
Oh, look, this guy's getting aggressive.
I'll put it on the back of my truck. You can pick it up off of that, sir. I don't
Look,
know
he's
you.
scared.
You have not been patted down for weapons.
Why would I need to be patted down for weapons? I haven't committed a crime.
Please stay back, sir.
So basically, you can see like that Officer Danos. You see how he's like tries to manipulate people. Oh, I'm going to ask you to leave. You're on private property, right? And then I said, well, who's the owner? The city and county of Denver. Oh, so it's public property then. And then all of a sudden, oh, well, I don't want to argue with you, right? And he did the same thing to Lisa from Rocky Ventures Audits. He tries to manipulate her. Well, you can be on the sidewalk and, all this stuff, and they'll push a trespassing violation, all that stuff. Like, he just tries to manipulate people unless you know your rights. That's why I say, if you don't know your rights, you don't have rights. And it's true. You don't. Unless you know them, you don't have them, because cops will just bully you. So, oh, dude, that guy, dude, that guy is like a psychopath, bro. It's Detective Matthews is his name. Straight up psychopath, bro. Dude, what's his name? Detective Matt Thornton. Let me see if I can find it, because he actually did a showcase on that exact video that I did, a short. Let me see if I can find it here. It's right here. Okay, so check this out, dude. This is just, I know you guys already seen it, but like, I wanted to show you guys the Detective Matt Thornton showcase on this, because he's I love Detective Matt Thornton, dude. And he's so if I get showcased by him, dude, it really means a lot to me. So this is what he said about it.
Can I get your name and badge number, please, sir?
I'll get you a business card. Please stay back there, sir.
Can I get your name and badge number?
I will get you a business card. Please stay back, sir.
Oh, look, this guy's getting aggressive.
I'll put it on the back of my truck. You can pick it up off of that, sir. I don't know you.
Scared.
You have not been patted down for weapons.
Why would I need to be patted down for weapons? I haven't committed a crime.
Look in this cop's eyes. Look how angry he is. This dude is at war. How a camera can get you this fired up will always blow my mind. But check out closely when he puts the business card on the back of that truck. It pans by and you can see the blue line, I'm at war with the public Punisher symbol, and it explains everything.
Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Explains everything, dude. He's got that blue line. I don't know if you guys saw that. It's a Punisher symbol. It's got the blue line on it. I'm at war with everyone. I'm biased to the Dolly Parton short. That's a good one too, dude. Everyone, it's one of my favorite ones too. The Dolly Parton one. For my small eyes. Let's see. Let's hold on. Let's see if I can. Oh, how do I go back on this? Doesn't let me go back. Let's do it like this. I'm gonna do it like this. Okay. See if I can find the so I want to play that one now. See where it is. I think oh, here it is. Here she is. Look. Dolly Parton. Oh, it's only got 44,000 views. Hold on, that can't be right. Oh, that's because this is the 2.0 channel, I guess. Let me go to Oh no, this is the real the main channel. 44,000. That can't be right. Oh, it's because it was a re-upload, I guess. You got to go to the popular ones. I think it was one of my big ones, the Dolly Parton. That was after the shadow ban, so of course it's not going to be good. Got to be somewhere in here. Oh, here she is. 248,000.
I'm going to ask you to stop recording me. If you're not here for an appointment, then
Then what?
you're not here for an appointment. I'm going to.
Okay, well, but I mean, this is open to the public. I'm here for business, so.
Please call security, please.
You told me that you're going to ask me to stop recording, and then when I said I'm not going to do that, you said you're going to get security over here.
I'm asking you not to record me.
Yeah, but you're out here talking to me, ma'am. So if you don't want to be recorded, why don't you go back to your office?
Thank you. Thank you.
And you shouldn't initiate force. What you're doing is you're initiating violence, ma'am. You're trying to get security to come up and use force and coercion to remove me out of here when I'm engaged in a constitutionally protected activity, ma'am.
He's in a public area. I think he has a right to be.
Okay.
He's allowed to record. I think we just talked a few minutes ago.
Oh, okay. So he's okay to just sit and record everybody and everything.
It's a public space.
I'm going to ask you to.
Yeah, dude, I love her, man. And actually, Detective Matt Thornton showcased that short also, dude, and gave her praise too. And I can't remember her name offhand, but she's a sergeant for El Paso County Sheriff's Office in Colorado Springs. She's great, dude. I love her. She's great. So, anyways. That is the new video. It's coming out. So I was thinking about editing up next. I was thinking about starting on the jail documentary. You know what I mean? But I wasn't sure because I wanted to like build up my audience before I drop something big like that, because that one's something so big that I think it has the potential to get like a lot of views, but I want to make sure I have a good audience before I do that. So I don't know. Cause like I dropped that obstruction charge video from Colorado Springs and, it did pretty good. It got like 45,000 views, which is pretty good for a really small channel. But then like a lot of my other videos, the other ones getting like 10,000, like they're not that much. So I don't know if my audience is big enough to drop it yet. So, but I know that one's going to take me like, it's probably take me a couple weeks to edit that. Cause it's going to, it takes me a long time to edit videos anyways, but something like that detailed is going to be a long time. So maybe it won't be as much as I think, but I want to get that one out though. It's a thing. Yeah. 16 days in jail. Isn't that, were you the one that gave me that idea for the title? 16 days in. Yeah, 16 days in. I like that. You still have to start on it. If it was going to be extensive, wasn't it? Yeah, it's going to be extensive. So I have everything that I need. So I have got all the public records requests. I got all the footage, downloaded it all. It took me forever to download it all, dude. Like, I had to download all the footage. I couldn't just download it. It was weird. I had to like the format that they gave it to me. I had to like convert it, then download it. And so I got done with like a lot of it, almost all of it. And then like I was over there on the couch and I had this, my external hard drive, and it has its own power source. It's like an 8 terabyte one. It's a big one. It has its own power source and it was plugged into the wall. And Minnie like got excited because she heard something outside and she jumped off the couch and like hit the cord while I was downloading something and like bumped it. And then I lost everything, dude. The entire hard drive took a shit, dude. I had to start all over. I was like so bummed. I lost everything on that. So even that alone took forever. But I already probably spent like 10 hours alone just like downloading all that footage. But that one's going to be intense because I got a lot, it's going to be a lot. It's going to be different. It's not going to be like something typical. It's going to be a lot of voiceover. I have basically, I'm going to play I got all the phone calls that I made. So I'm going to take it's going to take a long time because I got to match up, got to find out where it is, where I was on the phone, like play the security camera footage of me on the phone and then play the phone call of me talking at the same time. It takes a lot of time, dude, to get all that sorted out. So it's going to be that. It's going to be basically, me talking on the phone to people. I'm talking to Direct D. I was talking to my mom. I was talking to effing Reality. I think those are the only 3 people that I talked to the whole time that I was in there. So it'll be those. And then I had one visit from my friend Escrow. Some of you guys know him. I have a couple of videos with him. He was the one that was with me in the Go Topless Day. The Go Topless Day video that is the one that got me shadow banned. Good friend of mine. Yeah, luckily I didn't actually have that much on there. So I was taking a loss on it. I just started filling that one up. So, because like literally they're like, it was going to cost like $400, I think, just to do like a level 1. And then like, they're like, we have to do level 2 or level 3. They're like, it literally costs thousands of dollars to recoup that info. And there's not even a guarantee that they could get it. So I was like, oh, I'll cut my losses. Like the only footage that I lost on there that I wish that I had was on that video for the obstruction for Colorado Springs. At the very end of the video, when I was calling out that officer after he arrested me, and I was like, hey man, you got it wrong, bro. I got found not guilty. And, you should read your city ordinance. I have to use physical violence or threaten to use physical violence, all that stuff. I don't have my good footage, like with my good cameras and 4K and everything. I only had the live stream. So I lost that. So I had to use the live stream footage, which, it was okay, I guess. But it would have been better if I had the 4K footage. But I did that footage. That hard drive is warranted. So I need to check that because they were supposed to mail me something to mail the hard drive in, and then they were going to mail me a new one. Because the hard drive alone, the thing was like $200, maybe more. It's like $200 something for an 8 terabyte hard drive. Maybe you should get some other channels to do small vids with clips of your jail vid to promote it and send them your way. Yeah, I should. I just don't know anyone. Like the only people that I really know, like people don't like me, man. Like I'm kind of used to it. Like people just don't like me. Or they like me at first and they don't like me anymore. But like I tried to reach out to Lackluster, and like I think he's mad at me because I did that prank on him. I don't know if you guys know about the prank, but he won't respond to me. And then like the only people that I could probably count on, like now, I bet you I could get Auditing Erie County to share it. You know what I mean? He's a good friend. I bet you I could get Good Guy Activism to do it for me. But who else could I get? Also, I know. Oh, I get Leroy Truth. He could do it for me. Direct D. I don't know if Direct D would do it. I don't know if he would. Brian. I don't really have like a relationship with Brian. I don't have his phone number or anything. I don't talk to him. I think Brian used to like me in the beginning. I think he stopped liking me too, because when I first started, I was very, I was very more calm. I was very much more like a Long Island style. And I remember him saying, Denver Metro Audits, I really like you, man. Your style really resonates with me. That's what he said specifically. And then, I started changing. I started evolving, and I started getting, more into my ego and less zen, like when I first started. Because when I first started this channel, I was just basically was doing my first spiritual awakening. And so I started getting more into my ego, and I was a little bit more aggressive, but I wouldn't say aggressive. I think it was more assertive, because people used to put their hands on me, and I just got tired of people. I was demanding respect, is the way I thought of it. And so I look at some of my old videos and I'm like, it's kind of cringe. You know what I mean? I think that I'm much better now. Like my social media manager is posting all those videos, the old ones, and I'm like, man, that shit's cringe. Like I even say stuff. I'd be like, oh man, I totally know what to say now. You know what I mean? Like I know the law now, but I didn't know then. I was just trying to, you know, fake it or whatever. So, you know, you get better as you go, but you know, some of those old videos, yeah, they're okay. Get a second drive and have them switch out the disks. I had 40 terabytes of hard drives stolen when I was in jail 2023. I had 2 8-terabyte tower drives that needed a power supply. Yeah, that's what I have. They needed their own power supply and everything. You know, I hardly have anything on there anyway, so I'm just going to, it's too much work. But yeah, AEC for sure. Yeah, the ones that I have, I use these WD Blacks. You know the WD Blacks, dude? That's what I use. I like those ones. That's why I watch audits when I wake up in case they get taken down. Oh, really? Oh, maybe Flex would. That's a good idea. I bet you Flex would do that for me too. Thank you. It's a good idea. Flex would do it. Even if they just did a post and not a video. Yeah, yeah. Like I could get Flex to, I get these guys to like put it on their community tab, you know, share it. And then, you know, if I get, like, I bet you Leroy would do something like, he'd probably do like his own video on it. You know what I mean? Like a showcase type video. I get them to do that. I think that that's what I was going to work on. Yeah, it was a WD 8-terabyte. Yep. Yeah, that's the one I had, dude. And I liked it, dude, because I was like, you know what, I'm tired. It's cheaper. You get an 8-terabyte. I was getting the 4 and 5-terabyte ones. I was like, dude, it's so much cheaper to just get a big one. But it's kind of a pain in the ass. It's got its own power source and it's big and bulky and shit. But I have like, ever since I started shooting in 4K, like I'm filling up these hard drives like crazy. Like when I used to shoot in 1080, I went almost 2 full years of saving all of my raw footage, all of my like raw or like my rough edits. And then I would save the rough edit. And then I would add like my intro and outro and shit. And that would be another full edit. All of that shit, like almost 2 years worth of footage on that, on shooting in 1080. And as soon as I went to 4K, it's like 4 or 5 months max, dude, that I get for each hard drive. You know what I mean? So like I'm already on number 5 hard drives now. So it takes up so much more room, especially if you're shooting in 60 frames per second. Oh, dude, I actually switched to 30 frames per second. So I was doing 60, which it's got its benefits. Like if people are moving quickly, you know, like if a cop's like moving around, like you want to get a shot and it's like, oh, and he's moving like that. And you want to get a still frame right there for your thumbnail. It'll be perfect because it's 60 frames per second. And it won't be as blurry. Because if it's 30 frames per second, it's more chance it's going to be blurry if they're moving. So that's like really the only benefit. Or if you're doing slow motion, it's good too. You know, it's more clear and crisp. But I mean, how often you do that? And it just takes up so much room and it takes so much to like export a video so long. And then to upload it to YouTube takes so long. So I started shooting in 30 frames per second again. So, but it was either that one or, you know what I was thinking about doing too is the barber video. You guys remember the barber that slapped Jim Freedom's phone out of his hand? I was thinking about doing that one next. And then maybe after that one, then I'll do the jail video. Because that one shouldn't be too hard, I think. Because all it is like a phone conversation. That's all I have with them. So it should be pretty simple. But every time I think it's going to be something simple, it's not. Like I was like, oh, you know, the Deborah Swenson video, that'll be something easy and fast. I can just throw up there. And then, you know, as I'm doing it, like I said, my creative whatever comes out. And I was like, oh, you know, I should throw in like, you know, some old videos to, you know, let everyone know, set the tone for everything. And then next thing you know, I'm going through all these old ass videos. And like, I think I made that video too long. I should have maybe cut some parts out, but it really told the whole story. You know what I mean? Told the whole story, but it didn't get near as many views as I wanted it to get. So, anyways, what you guys got for me? Anything? Yeah, no, I've been there before. Yeah, they're pretty good. I just took it into Best Buy, and I don't know, man. It's weird because I think it was because it got bumped right as I was downloading something to it. I mean, he jumped off and then hit the cord, and like it bumped it on the table right as it was downloading, and like boom, everything crashed and I lost everything. Now every time I plug it in, it just like does its clicking sound, won't work. And then I took it into Best Buy and he was opening it up and shit. Now it's all like, he like fucked it up even worse. Now it's like rattling, like it's all fucked up. I'm like, oh man. Okay, there's a data center directly next to Micro Center. Okay. Stay away from Seagate hard drives. They're trash. Seagate? What's Seagate hard drive? I don't really know much about computers, man. I really don't. Seagate, it's a brand. WD. Oh, WD is, yeah, Western Digital. Yep, I knew that. Okay, so Seagate, not good. Okay. See, like the Western Digital WDs, they're formatted for a specific thing. I don't know how, like I was on like Apple support and they were telling me about it. They're like, it should be formatted for this. And like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Sometimes like those things even mess up, dude. Like they won't read. Like I'll plug them in, they won't read, and they won't eject. And it's like, it's a pain in the ass. And then all of a sudden, like I'll think there's an issue, and then all of a sudden it just fixes on its own. Everything's fine. I'm like, I saw Low showing off his game with the poodle. Oh, you saw that? It was like, give me top, or whatever. That's funny, dude. Right on, dude. Thanks for watching that. You guys want to see that? Let's see if I can find that one too. Let's see, it's under Christopher Cordova channel. All right, so this is the one where Loaf's getting frisky, bud.
This my man. Give me hey top, 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 top. This my man.
He's getting it in, bud. You know how Loaf is. I had another video too, where he was. I got a couple of shorts of him acting like this, dude. You know, because he's not neutered, so you know he gets all buck with it, dude. This one too, right here.
No.
Let's see where else. This is the same one, but that was a different song that I used. See, it's funny. This one's got 4.2 thousand views. This one's got 468. It's the same thing.
No.
But like, you see what I'm saying? Like, one has like literally like 100 times more views. A lot of these are like just of my dogs. So. Oh, this is actually the DMA song right here. Maybe not. It's my friend Escrow.
Positive flows got the numbers increasing. I thought you knew I did this for a reason. He's still the reason you breathing. I'm just a heathen fighting these demons. Guess it's all part of the season. I can go back to retreating. I can go back to the Cheez-Its, marshmallows with the peanuts, Reese's Pieces for dinner, and MCs let them simmer. Watch out for the beat switch. I'm on the west side where the kings live, right next to a dope house that's a gold mine where the fiends hit. I can't start taking it back now. All of my bridges is burned and depleted. All of my enemies turned and retreated, and all of the haters in love with the phoenix. I rose up and flew out of the flames. I am the piece missing out of the frame. I am the glitch that corrupted the game and the missing puzzle piece that drove you insane. I came to settle the score, to open the door, to cut and split you with your core, cause I'm seeing several of these helpful devils and they think they're special till they scared of the floor. I rectify and I synchronize every single thing that I do. Why think that I take a compromise when they hate that I keep it true? If they apologize and withdraw the lies, maybe then I think we'd be cool. Nah, wait a minute, hold up a second, I think I'll see this thing through. I came up from the darkest night, raised up in the absence of light. My heart is full and my presence right, of my ego down and my focus sight. I came up from the darkest night, raised up in the absence of light. Of my heart is full and my presence right, of my ego down and my focus sight. I came up from the dungeons, wisest fool that's among them. I'm the necessary, filling cemeteries when the secondary step to legendary. I break bones out in catacombs, shatter stones with a microphone. It's picture perfect, I hit your surface. I've been imperfect, you've been diverting. I get to jerking this verbal surgery. Can't stop till it's 10 a week. Hardest meskin that's in the streets. We multiply, y'all seeming weak. I'll clarify what I testify. Can't dignify what you falsified. If I let it ride like you certified, and that magnifies like you verified, and you ain't.
Okay, cool. All good.
I came up from the darkest night, raised up in the absence of light. My heart is full of my presence right, of my ego.
I mean, there's nothing really going on here. It's kind of boring. I can't believe there's 7 people in here still. Nothing going on here. So, but I am growing a beard out. I'm trying to, at least, like a full beard this time. So like, instead of like the one like in the background here, like a little low one right there. It's like, I don't really grow any hair. It's like, see how it's like kind of gets stupid right here? Same on this side. I'm trying to grow it in. I'm hoping like I can like comb over it, you know what I mean? So like if it gets long, it'll like kind of look better. And I'm doing that thing. There's like this thing that you get. It's like got like little needles on it. It's like a roller, and you like roll it, and it like puts little like spikes, like little teeny holes in your skin, and it's supposed to stimulate blood flow. Is what it does, and that's what creates hair growth. You can use it on your head too. Use it on my head also. But you can use it on your beard. And so I'm trying to do that, see if I can grow this in, because I want to get like a full beard. You know what I'm saying? Not just like a low beard. Shit's stupid. Like if you saw that that video that I did on the Deborah Swenson one, I was like, I put the little quote in there from Machine Gun Kelly. And he's like, somebody get him some clippers. His fucking beard is weird. I was looking, I was like, dude, that fucking beard is weird, bud. So yeah, same under my jaw grows like a weed, but my cheeks barely grow. I know, dude. Like I got neck beard, bro. Like my shit down here grows thick as fuck. You know what I mean? And like my mustache is not really like, actually it's bigger now than it used to be. It used to be like fucking like I could only grow it super thin. Like this is actually thick as fuck for me. Like the middle, not really that good. I still got this lip thing, fucking crack. It came back today. I was like getting it better, and then it came back. But yeah, I'm saying, dude, I want to be able to grow a better beard. So, yeah, let's see. Change this song here. See what else I got in this mug. See what this is. Okay. So what do you guys want to do? Do you guys want to play a video? I mean, come on, let's do something fun. This is boring. Let's play a video or something. What do you guys got for me? I remember last time Caddy was in here. Caddy 1983. He told me about that video where that cop OD'd on fentanyl. Or was it fentanyl? Yeah. You guys see that one from Police Activity? Such a good video, dude. The guy like arrested this dude and like they actually gave him a summons. Like they wrote him a ticket and let him go. I never seen that. It's a felony charge. I never seen anybody in Colorado. We don't do that here. Give someone a summons for a felony charge like that. It's a mandatory jail, but straight up stole his fentanyl and like gave him a ticket and was going to, initiate force and violence on him. And then super arrogant fool, dude. I think he was like an Asian guy, super arrogant, dude. And then like saw the body or the security camera footage of him pulling up to the station, going into the police station. And then like, first of all, he's parked in a fire lane. First of all, shows you the arrogance. He couldn't park in the parking lot, like right there. He had to park right in the fire lane. And then he just goes in there and then like some other sergeant or somebody found him like in the bathroom, like ODing just in the bathroom stall, dude. And like went and got the Narcan, came out. It's like, dang, dude. And like, that's like a disgrace and a half, bro. It's a disgrace because number one, it's a disgrace anytime that a police officer would initiate violence and force on you for putting something inside of your own body, right? Whether it be fentanyl or weed or anything, dude. I mean, that's immoral to me. It's my opinion. Non-aggression principle, but the fact that he literally wrote this guy a ticket for being in possession of fentanyl, and then hours later took his fentanyl that he confiscated from him and then used it himself. That's like scumbag to the max, dude. Scumbag to the max, bro. I just saw another one on that Police Activity channel. I love that channel. You guys should subscribe to that one if you're not. Mostly like body cams and stuff. I think it's all body cams of a cop from Charlotte who got busted for stealing like $900 from some guy. He's like 10 racks in cash when they arrested him. And then he stole like $900 from the dude. He undid the rubber band and like took like $900 out, and, like stashed it. And when they were like counting the money and shit, the guy that got arrested was like, he's this black dude. He's like, oh, I heard you snap my rubber band. This guy stole money from me, blah, blah, blah. Like, oh, I didn't steal no money. And coming to find out that, yeah, he stole, like he found the money, like it was in his car door, dude. And the sergeant found it, dude. And they freaking charged him with like embezzlement. I was like, dang, man, like that's a disgrace, bro. Like you're over here arresting people for breaking the law, and then you're over here breaking the law by stealing this guy's money, man. It gives them no credibility at all, man. 2 Narcans to wake him up, yep. So you saw it. I think you saw it with me maybe on the last one. I saw the Fent video. He thought he was only... Oh, yeah, he thought it was only meth. That's why he kept asking the guy if that's what it was, because he was planning on using it. Oh, really? Yeah, because I remember they kept saying it like they thought it was meth, remember? Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. Because I remember they were saying oh, it was a meth pipe or something like that. Like, so he thought it was meth the whole time. Okay, I didn't know. And then it ended up being fentanyl, and okay. Yeah, using uniform too, bro. Like on the taxpayer dime and everything, dude. Oh, you saw the thief cop one? Dude, oh man. it was like hard to watch. It was cringy, dude. I was like, oh, I felt bad for because I have empathy, dude. I felt bad for the cop. I was like, ooh, like whenever like, you know, something happens to someone, even though they're in the wrong, I still feel empathy for the person that's in the wrong. You know what I mean? Like for anything, dude. Like I'm like, I feel it for them. I'm like, dang, dude, like that sucks for that guy though. You know what I mean? It's kind of a weird thing, I guess, that I do. Yeah, he was arrested for a federal warrant. Yep. Yeah, you saw the money one too? POS, man. Yeah, dude. It's a disgrace, bro. I mean, yeah, dude, just because, like, I just, on an energetic level, though, you know what I mean? Like, of course he deserved everything he got. You know, from the 3D realm, yes, he deserved everything he got. But, like, from an energetic level, yeah, I do. I feel empathy for them, you know? Because, I mean, dude, here's the thing, bro. Like, we're all human beings, right? So if we're all judged solely on the bad things we've done, then every single person you know would be considered a monster, right? So everyone in this chat, including myself, has done things they're not proud of. And if everyone judged you just on those things, everyone would think you're a piece of shit, right? They'd be like, oh, fuck that guy or fuck her, right? So knowing that, I mean, there's a duality, good and bad. I know that I'm not like a straight up piece of shit. I mean, yeah, I've done stuff that like I regret and, you know, I shouldn't have done it. It's a learning experience. So like, you know, that guy too, I'm not even saying the guy that stole the money, the cop, you know what I mean? I mean, being a cop and alone just makes you a bad person because you have to enforce immoral laws, right? That require violence on peaceful people. So yeah, that alone makes you a bad person, or at least a bad cop anyways. But like even that guy, like maybe he's like, you know, he's a good dad and he's a good brother, you know, he's a good son, a lot of good things, you know? So if you look at it from that point of view, maybe he's not really a bad guy, but like, you know, he did something fucking dumb, you know, and I don't agree with it. You know, I've done stuff, you know, stupid stuff like that too. I'm not going to sit over here and say that I've never fucking stolen anything from someone, dude, because I haven't, dude. You know, at least I can admit that, you know. Do I steal nowadays? I think nowadays I'm pretty, you know, morally sound. You know, I don't steal from people. You know, when I was younger, I did a lot of more dumb stuff. So, you know, everyone, there's temptation. Everyone gets tempted, and he thought he'd get away with it, and he didn't, and he felt stupid. And so, like, because of that, I felt bad for him, you know? So that's what I mean when I say I felt bad for the cop. I don't mean that, like, he didn't deserve what he got. I mean, he deserved to get charged with embezzlement for sure. All right, so what are we going to do now? It's 12:30 my time. What are we going to do? What should we play? Let's play a video or something. Let's break it down. Let's break down a video. No, it's actually a black on purple, dude. I think. Yeah. See, it's black on purple. It's got the purple brim. I've had this hat for a grip, dude. Thank you, though. You see the one where the whole police department got caught dipping in the evidence room? They disbanded the police department. One dispatch died. OD. Oh, no, I didn't see that. Is that from police, or what's it called? Police activity? Is that a police activity video? Throw me a link, dude. I'll play it. Here's the deal. Show the police station making drugs in the station to sell and seize. Oh, really? Dude, you know what? I saw from Here's the Deal, and you guys might have seen this. It's the James Freeman video, dude. Where, you know how he's doing this new thing where he's like got his clipboard and shit and he's going in. So like James Freeman, to me, dude, he's the very first auditor. He doesn't even consider himself an auditor, but he's the very first auditor that I ever saw back in like 2017 or 2016 or whatever. And I never knew what the fucking First Amendment audit was. I was like, holy shit. I was blown away. I was like, dude, people talk to cops like this. What the fuck is this? I was hooked, bro. And I binge watched all of his videos back then. And like, you know, to this day, I still consider James Freeman as like the father. Like he's like the spokesman, you know what I mean, for what we do. And I know, like I've said before, some people might think like, you know, Long Island is, but to me, it's James Freeman, right? I think he's the best, dude. And I think that my favorite, I've said, is Bay Area, but I think like if I had to put it like somebody out there to represent us, I would put James Freeman out there. And you know, because he's you know, like Long Island, I think he's great, but you know, he's a bit of a status. Like he wants to use the system. He wants to use government to fix government. And him and I have had, you know, debates online, I think on Auditing Erie County's channel, but you know, that we disagree on a lot of things. So James Freeman is an anarchist, you know what I mean? So him and I resonate more. But that video that he did recently, a lot of you guys, I'm sure, have seen it, where he goes in there. We should actually play some of it right now, actually. But here's the deal. He showcased some of that. And like, he was basically going in there acting like a police officer, right? And he was saying the same things that police officers say. And like the trolls are sitting there when the troll channel like showcased that video. Oh, I can't believe the arrogance of this guy. And I can't believe he talks to people like that. And here's the deal is like, hey man, so he's talking to people just like police officers talk to people. So you're basically admitting that the way that police officers speak to people is totally rude and unacceptable, right? Yes. Okay. So yeah, he puts the gloves on, dude. He's got this new, it's like his whole thing, dude. He's reinventing his style, dude. He goes in, he puts the gloves on, like he's ready to go hands on and shit, dude. And like, he talks to people, like he goes in so official, like he's doing official business, and he is. And like people just kind of, some people just kind of like conform to it. And they're like, oh yeah, he's official, dude. And I give him my name and my salary and everything. It's been covered lots, but just barely. Harvey, Random Patriot, and AFA were there. Oh, they were? I didn't see them there on that one. AFA and Random Patriot, and maybe Harvey Freebird. Oh, that's not the one I'm talking about, guys. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Back High Impact Flicks. I'm talking about Here's the Deal. Let me see if I can find this one, dude. Because this video was like freaking amazing, man. I couldn't even believe this video, dude. Okay, so it is. Yeah, so this one looks like the same, but this is the one that I saw. Where Paul calls 911. It's got 326,000 views, dude. I mean, this video is freaking amazing.
Here told the officer, hi, this is Paul over in public.
Okay, hold on. I gotta turn my turn this off. Okay.
Hi, this is Paul over in the Public Works office. I have a couple of folks here who need some help with regard to some questions. They seem a little combative, so yes, Paul Kiesler, I'm the Director of Public Works.
Do you always call the police when you're not getting your way?
Well, I'll have the officer help you out.
Help me out. What do you mean help me out?
We have a camera that monitors the front desk.
Okay, great, Paul.
So
That's not what
we
I
do
asked
have-
you.
We do have this entire interaction fully videoed.
Great. And that's not the question that I asked. I didn't ask about the camera, right? What did I ask, Paul?
You asked me my salary.
That's right. Did I ask about the camera, Paul?
No.
Did I ask you to call 911, Paul?
No, you didn't ask me to
And
call.
so you are being uncooperative and combative.
You're free to leave at any point you want.
Okay.
I understand you wanted to talk, so.
And let's have him leave. Please.
You might just step. Absolutely. I
Thank you.
appreciate that. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate
Thanks.
you. So-
Him as well. He detained me as well. She can stay as backup. Hi, how are you doing? Good. Sorry, let me get these gloves off. Had a bit of a confrontation in the last place we were at. Yeah, I'm part of the job, you know. How you doing? Good. I'm Grande Johnson. I'm here doing an investigation today. First off, could I get your name?
Yes, that's Tessa.
And, you know, I think James looks better, like with the beard a little bit more clean cut. You know what I'm saying? With the bald head. I think he's looking dapper, man.
What is it?
It's Tessa.
Tessa. Tessa?
Yes.
Great. And what department is this right here?
So I actually work with the court, and this is CED, Community and Economics.
CED?
Yes,
But you're with the courts.
correct.
Okay. And what's your last name, Tessa?
I don't want to give that out. Sorry.
Okay. Are there cards right here?
Yes.
Is one of them yours?
No. I'm just one of the clerks here.
Tessa, you're a court clerk?
Correct.
And you don't want to tell me what your last name is?
No, sorry.
Okay. You're aware that it's public record, right?
Yeah, sorry. I'm not really comfortable with my last name.
Sorry, hold on. I can't hear you with. I'm sorry, what was that?
No, I'm not just really comfortable giving out my last name. So.
Okay, well, for my investigative purposes, I'm going to need that type of cooperation.
What are you investigating?
Well, I'm investigating the town has a $1.5 million a year budget. I'm sorry, a $151 million a year budget. And over the next year, we're going to have to cut that down to 1 million. It's about a 33% cut. And
Actually, there's more trolling. He's like, we're gonna have to cut that down to 1 million. It's a 33% cut. I don't know what percent cut that is, but it's definitely not a 33%.
one of the biggest things that we're going to be cutting is employees. And so what we're doing right now is going around trying to find out who works here, first names, last names, position, and salary, and see what kind of voluntary cooperation we can get. There's been a major problem within government with government employees believing that they rule the people when it's actually the other way around. And so while government is constantly looking for our cooperation, it's time that we turn it around and start looking for yours.
And you know what? He speaks the truth, man. And it's like so many people are brainwashed. This is the way the government is intended to operate. And I've said a bunch of times, if government functioned the way it was intended to, it would be great. It would be perfect. You know what I mean? Like the founders had a really good idea. It was really good. It was like, hey, you know what? If this is the way it's supposed to function as a constitutional republic, it would be great. But it just doesn't, though, because the thing about a constitutional republic is that the legislators are supposed to make the laws that coincide with the Constitution, but they don't. Like, they just make all these unconstitutional laws. And then, you know, the public employees, the government employees, they literally think that like they're above the citizens, right? That's how they act. It's not like a privilege to be a public employee anymore. You know what I mean? Because it should be. It's a privilege to be a public employee. You know what I mean? To serve the people, right? But that's not the way they look at it. They look at it as like, we're up here, I'm a government employee. You know what I mean? And you're down here, you're, you know, a peasant. So James, you know, he's there, man. Like he's very like enlightened, and more and more people are becoming enlightened. And some people, you know, they like the 1A stuff and they think, oh, you know, it's good stuff, but you know, they still believe that, you know, we need a lot of government to protect you though. Right. Like government, yeah, like, because, to govern is to control by force. That's what the definition is. So anyways, okay, let's get back to the video.
So,
Hi.
hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good.
How can we help you?
Well, I was looking for Tessa's last name, and then I can grab yours. Okay, we'll just put uncooperative.
No.
I can move on if you don't want to cooperate. That's totally fine. Is that where we're?
I'm the Public Works Director.
Okay, well, okay, I'll put I just got to do one person at a time. I don't want to get too sidetracked, but should we just put uncooperative for Tessa?
We can't tell you what to do. I mean, my name's Paul Kiesler. I'm the Director for Public Works.
Okay, let me.
My card is right out front if you want it.
Like I said, let me finish up with Tessa. So I've got Tessa as a court clerk, and we're going to just go ahead and put uncooperative. So we'll find all of the information online. I'm sure that you can inform her of that her first name, her last name, her salary, all that information is public. So we will get it. We will publish it.
Oh, that's good.
And then we'll just let people know this is who's uncooperative with the people.
Yeah.
So now we'll move on to you. Hi, I'm Grande Johnson. What's your name, sir?
Paul Kiesler.
Paul Kiesler.
And
Great.
my card should be.
You want me to come over?
Stack of cards are.
You want me to come over there and chat with you?
Sure.
Or okay. Either way works for me. Whatever's more comfortable for you.
Yeah. The greatest of all time.
This one?
Cards are on this side.
Okay. And it's
There you go.
great. I'll write this down.
He's so creative, man.
It's
And he's a
Paul
lefty too.
Kiesler. You're off to a great start, Paul. I do appreciate your cooperation. I really do. This is not an easy job. I hope.
Well, I don't know. How can I help you? I mean,
So as I told her, I was sent out to do an investigation here.
Okay.
We're looking for voluntary compliance. We're
compliance for
with the
in what fashion? I mean, we're here to help the public. Sure.
Absolutely great. Thank you. That's I have to write this down as a note. I have to write attitude of service. That's quite frankly what we're here for, is to investigate you, everyone who works here, your cooperativeness with the public and our investigations, and your attitude of service towards the people. So I mean, you're knocking it out of the park right now, Paul.
Well, I will help you in whatever fashion I can within the framework of my position here.
Absolutely. Thank you. So I'm going to go ahead and put attitude of service. All of these notes and all of these investigative notes will go up to my supervisor, which will then go to a board of people who are going to decide what we're actually here for. And let me explain that. The town of Oro Valley has a $151 million a year budget. Were you aware of that already? Okay. We need to cut that down to 1 million by next year. That's about a 33% cut.
It's a 33% cut, guys. We got to cut that down.
And one of the first things that we're working on cutting is people with the wrong attitude. People who are unproductive, people who are spending 9 out of 8 hours of their day on TikTok, people who are rude and disrespectful to those who they're supposed to be serving, and those who are not voluntarily compliant.
Well,
yes. And see, that's the thing, is that government should be compliant to the citizens, right? And it's like they have this thing where they think that the citizens should be compliant to them. And that's not the way this country was founded. That's not what the founders envisioned when they created the United States of America. The government is to be, what was it? Thomas Jefferson, who said, when the government fears the people, there's liberty. But when the people fear the government, there's tyranny. And, clearly we've come to a point in the United States today where the government fears the people. And that's why we have tyranny.
Our council sets our budget.
Yes.
So
Yes.
they're the final arbiters of how much budget is allocated for the town to use.
Right. And the people are going to cut the budget. They're also going to cut the council when they're unwilling to cut the budget, and the mayor. So I get what you're saying. We're aware of there's a million working parts and pieces here. We get that. These cuts are being made nationwide. It's not just Oro Valley. We've gone through a lot of financially trying times in the United States over the last few years. A lot of the private sector have suffered serious financial hardships, And it's about time, as you know, the people have decided, it's about time the government suffers some financial hardships.
Sure. We're here. Like I said, whatever I can do to help you in the guise of Public Works. I'm the town engineer. So
you're the town engineer.
I'm the town engineer.
Okay. All right. So that's the other information I need. So I just need a few pieces of information. I'll ask you some questions and see. And that's one. Your name. You are the town engineer.
Mm-hmm.
Are you salary or hourly?
That information you'd have to get through our HR. I want to be able to answer whatever questions you have, but I'll have to stay within the confines of my expertise. You are asking questions that are out of my expertise.
Well, again, I mean, I asked what your salary is. You said you know what your salary is. So it's not outside of your expertise. You know what it is.
No, but the ability to be able to share that with the public is beyond my expertise.
Well,
that's why I refer you to HR. Trying to help you out as best that we can.
Sure. And again, I think we're on different levels and we're not really connecting well here. You're saying that you don't have an ability to share it, but like you're moving your mouth and it's making sounds that are creating words that are communicating with me right now. So
I'll have to ask you, is there anything I could help you as a town engineer or the Public Works?
So if you could just let me finish. So what I'm saying is that it appears that you do actually have a physical ability to tell me what your salary is. You have an ability to use a lot of words.
I've already answered you.
You clearly have the ability to use way more words to evade telling me what your salary is.
Well, no, like I said, to give you the most accurate information, please go to the experts that can service whatever questions that you have.
Well, I'm asking you.
You clearly have way more ability to evade the questions that I'm asking, right? And that this happens all the time on almost every audit. They have way more time and energy to spend on saying that you can't do something, right? Than just admitting that you can do something. Like they spend way more energy. Oh, you're wasting resources. Well, I'm not wasting resources. You're the one wasting resources by bringing all these cops here and calling the police and, making this huge fiasco out of something that's, a constitutionally protected activity.
Well, and you're using a lot of words to not answer where you could have used way less words to answer. You see the lack of efficiency here? I mean, I'm seeing where we could make a cut right here.
Okay.
And somebody who's just wasted, what have we been arguing about your salary for 5 minutes now, rather than you just telling me what it is?
And I do have a busy day, so that's why, can I help you with any?
And you're choosing to waste it away by refusing to cooperate with my investigation. Sir, your combativeness isn't appropriate. Your combativeness is not appropriate or appreciated.
Putting the glove on, guys. And I think it was Thomas Jefferson who said, tyranny is defined as that which is illegal for the citizenry, but legal for the government, right?
Hi, this is Paul over in the Public Works office. Hi, I have a couple of folks here who need some help with regard to some questions. They seem a little combative, so.
So no, it's really that they're just manipulators is what it is. So now all of a sudden they're combative.
Combative?
Looking for your.
Did you hear that? You said they seem a little combative.
With coming over and sorting this situation out and helping these folks out. Yeah, they're in the Public Works CED lobby. Yes, Paul Kiesler, I'm the Director of Public Works.
If that's how it's going to be. Then.
Well, I have somebody coming over to help you.
Did you just, who are you calling?
Oh, 1 second. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, bye-bye.
Yeah, I think that this Paul guy thought that he was going to intimidate James by calling the police right in front of him like that. Little does he know.
Who are you calling to help me?
So I called our 911 dispatch. So
911 dispatch?
Sure, they're sending an officer.
And you
over
told
to
them that
help.
I'm combative? You're combative. You understand this is my investigation. You are supposed to cooperate. Why would you call 911?
Because you're being a little combative. And that's
Combative.
That's my judgment call. That you're being somewhat combative.
What's the definition of combative?
You can look that up yourself.
What's your definition of combative?
My definition is that I've given you information. You're not accepting any of that information. So I'm bringing somebody over to give you a hand.
You have not. To give me a hand? You dialed 911. Do the people you called have guns?
I don't know if they're sending an armed officer, or I don't know who they're sending over.
Okay. Do you always call the police when you're not getting your way?
Well, I'll have the officer help you out.
Help me out? What do you mean help me out?
Well,
are you trying to have violence used against me?
Some questions that I'm not able to help you with. I've directed you where to go to be able to get those answers. The town of Oro Valley is a transparent organization that is open book, and I can even walk you over to show you where that office is if you're unfamiliar with the campus. Otherwise, we'll just have an officer help you out.
Help me out? What do you mean by help me out?
Well, he could show you where to get these answers, the questions you have answered.
Why would an officer be necessary? What would you say the role of a police officer is? Would you say it's to enforce
to help the public?
Would you say it's maybe to enforce the law?
Well, that's part of their responsibilities to help the public.
Okay, no, it's to enforce the law. That's why they call them law enforcement. Okay. So what law do you feel that we broke that would warrant you calling?
That's not for me to decide.
Well, it is. You're the one who called.
Sure.
Why would you call law enforcement unless you felt that a law was broken?
No, I called law enforcement to give you a hand.
To give me a hand? Mm-hmm. Well, no, thank you. I don't want law enforcement to give me a hand. Will you call them and tell them?
They're on their way.
Well, will you call them and tell them not to come give me a hand?
No, I've just called them. They're on their way.
Why would you do that?
They're aware of your presence here on Town Hall, so they'll go ahead and they'll give you a hand.
Give me a hand. What do you mean by that?
Help. You have some questions that need to be answered, so they'll help.
By you?
This guy, Paul, is a putz, dude. He's a straight up putz.
Well, and I've already told you where to go to help give you those official answers from the town.
So when you don't get your own way, you call people with guns and you try to have them used against the people that you don't like?
No. I'm just going to stay up here till the officer shows up. Like I said, if you have any engineering questions, I'd be more than happy.
My question is what your salary is.
That's not an engineering question. That's
I didn't look.
That is an HR issue that I've asked you to go talk to HR about.
You're failing to realize, Paul, who's in charge here.
Yep.
You don't get to tell me what questions I can and can't ask.
No, I'm
you
not.
can choose to be uncooperative.
No, I can answer the questions that are within my realm of expertise.
Okay, well, I'm asking what your salary is, Paul. At this point, look, man, we're going in circles. You're being uncooperative. You're being combative. You're being evasive. I don't know. I guess it's a good thing the police are coming because is combative. What does combative mean?
I've already offered you. We've had to remove one of the front desk people here.
Had to remove her?
I've obviously felt uncomfortable with what was going on, so she has removed herself from this area.
Oh, she felt uncomfortable with being investigated?
I'm putting conjecture in why she left, but she did leave. She was doing work. She has left.
Did you tell her to leave or did she choose to leave?
I did not tell her to leave.
As Paul walked over to the court clerk while we were still standing up, the microphones picked up Paul telling the court clerk, and I quote, you need to go. I've turned up the audio here to plus 12 decibels so you can hear it. She says, all right. And as you see, before we even get up to go over there, she's picking up her stuff and heading out.
Did you tell her to leave or did she choose to leave?
I did not tell her to leave.
Okay, because we do have it on video and audio that you told her go to the back. So now not only are you being combative and uncooperative, you're also being a liar.
Well, you could review your video.
You also called the police.
I did not tell her to go to the back. I did call 911.
Yep. And told them that I'm being combative.
Yes.
You called 911, guys. So 911 really is, I just got shot, or my friend got shot, or someone's breaking into my house, or like an actual emergency. But maybe this guy thinks he needs police assistance. I mean, I can at least accept that, but to call 911, Has he made any threatening gestures? Or, I mean, is it really an emergency? So this guy is already now abusing the 911 system, which is actually a crime. Usually it's a misdemeanor crime. I don't know what it is. And what state are they in? I don't know if he's in New Mexico or where he is, but in Colorado, it's a misdemeanor crime for you to make a false report or abuse the 911 system. So,
which is a lie.
Well, it's not.
Words
You're
have
also
meaning.
being filmed yourself.
Right.
Where's the?
We're aware.
We have.
This isn't our first investigation, Paul.
Yeah, I was gonna say, where's the camera? We have a camera that monitors the front desk.
Okay, great, Paul.
So
that's not what
we
I
do
asked
have-
you.
We do have this entire interaction fully videoed.
Great. And that's not the question that I asked. I didn't ask about the camera, right? What did I ask, Paul?
You asked me my salary.
That's right. Did I ask about the camera, Paul?
No.
Did I ask you to call 911, Paul?
No, you didn't ask me to
And
call
so you are being uncooperative and combative.
No, I'm bringing people over to give you a hand.
I don't need them to give me a hand. I need you to answer my questions.
Okay.
And if you don't want to, you have every right to walk away. You're not detained at this time.
Well, no, not we're fine. I'm just waiting for the officer to show up in case he has any questions of me as well.
In case the officer has any questions of you? Huh. That's just odd to me. Okay. You want to walk me over to HR so we can ask them what your salary is?
Well, I'll have the officer walk you.
Well, you just offered to. You told me if I don't know the
did, but I've
campus.
already called the officer. The officer is going to be on his way, so we'll go ahead and we'll work with the officer.
I don't think the officer is on his way. I'm going to tell you right now, Paul, I don't think he's coming.
Well, that's conjecture on your part.
It
As
is.
far as I know, I've called.
Based on my conversations with the police department, they know what I'm here doing. They know they've been very cooperative. As a matter of fact, the police department is the only department that's been fully cooperative in this entire town.
Okay.
I don't think that they're going to come in here and try to bully me the way that you want them to, Paul. I don't think they're going to show up at all because they know what I'm doing and they know you're the one who's uncooperative and combative.
Sure, you're putting words in my mouth.
Sir, they've been watching. They know what's going on. It's broadcast live.
Okay.
The police department is watching.
Okay.
They know who's telling lies here. Do you know what that making a false 911 report is a crime, Paul?
Yes, I do know.
Okay, that's misuse of 911. Why did you do it?
I've already answered.
You've answered why you misused 911?
No, I answered your question. Why did I call 911? And I told you why I called 911.
To make a false report, right?
No, I'm staying right here for the officer when he shows up.
So that you can tell him that I was combative?
Yeah. Not sure.
Paul, that's probably the smartest thing you've done is walk away, Paul.
Well, then let me know when the officer shows up. Thank you. So, anyways, I'm going to go back to doing my work for the taxpayers.
Great.
And then when the officer shows up, they'll let me know.
Great. I think they are pulling up right now. Can I get a card for everyone who works in the office, please? Can you just give me one of each of these?
We have cards for everybody that works in here.
Okay.
But I will. No. Okay. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to let the officer help you out with that. How's it going?
Good. How are you? I think we're waiting for the police to show up. If not,
That's never a good thing.
yeah, I know. We were told that they're coming for us, and so we didn't want to run. If they're not actually coming, though, then we do actually have places to go to. If you could ask, huh? If you could ask Paul, that way we can get out of here if they're not coming. We just don't want to seem like we're running if they are.
Okay.
They've driven by like at least 6 times.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Good. What's going on?
Just doing our investigation.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I told them you probably wouldn't come, and I told them if you're not coming, we'll just leave now.
Okay.
Because they didn't want to cooperate. And you know that I already spoke with you. So you know we're not going to try to force cooperation like the police would do. No, we're not cops. We wouldn't get violent with anybody.
So we're just going to talk to them real quick about why we got called here. Okay?
Sure.
As of right now, we are on a call for service, so we'll just be speaking to you.
And this guy right here ruined the entire thing, man. When the sergeant came in, You guys know if you've seen this, but the sergeant came in and had to, de-escalate from this guy, dude. Totally screwed the whole thing up.
The sergeant wants to be finished talking to them.
Okay. Are we detained then?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, we're detained.
It's a call for service. You're not free to go.
Oh, a call for service? What crime are we suspected of?
So right now, that's what we're going to talk to them.
What crime are we suspected of?
You're detained for investigation. Okay.
Investigation of what crime?
Just hang out for me. Okay.
No, I'm gonna go ahead and out the door.
No.
Am I detained?
You're not free to
For
leave.
what crime?
You are not free to
For
leave.
what crime?
You are
What's your
not-
name?
you are not-
Leina?
Officer
Are you her?
You're not
Are you
free
a
to leave.
supervisor?
No.
But you're
Okay.
not free to leave.
What crime? What crime do you suspect me of?
Our supervisor right there, but you're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're not free to leave.
What crime do you suspect
Okay,
me of?
so keep your voice down.
I don't have to keep my voice down.
You can be charged with disorderly, okay?
Do you know what disorderly is? Come on, I'm not new here. This is my job. You understand that?
I understand. So
Okay.
just hang out for me.
No, I'm not. I don't need to hang out for
Okay.
you. Are you- Hey, can we go, man?
No, you're not free to leave.
You need to stop.
See, this is pride and ego right here from this officer right here with the beard, man. He just can't let it go, dude.
I don't mean to stop. I'm telling you what you
And you know why this cop acts like this?
need to do.
Because 99.9% of the time when this police officer, this Jay Lean, whatever this guy is, clown, when he acts like that, people just submit. That's why. So it reinforces that behavior. So we don't need any more sheep, guys. That's what I'm saying. We have enough sheep. We need more wolves.
And you're gonna
What crime do you suspect me of?
So we're free to talk to you after. We're going to talk to them. We're going to find out what they call this issue. Okay.
So you don't know why you're here, but I'm detained?
You're here for a call for service. They called on you guys about being disorderly right now. So we're going to.
Do you know what disorderly is?
So I'm not answering your question.
So you suspect me of being disorderly? Is that what you're saying?
So we're investigating. You're
Do you-
going to be detained for an investigation.
For investigation of a crime, you have
Okay,
to suspect me.
so-
Do you know what reasonable articulable suspicion is, boy?
I'm not doing.
Do you know what reasonable? You're not going down this route. What? The law? Obeying the law? You're not going down that
Okay,
route?
well, you can chill right here. Okay, you can just hang out for me.
I want to leave now.
You're not free to leave. You're not free to leave.
Why is that?
Because we're conducting an
Hey
investigation.
guys, this is Oro Valley Police Department. They're detaining me right now for investigation of which crime? Which crime?
Excuse me. How you doing? So we were just checking. We get reports, different things going on. We're just making sure that everything's good.
Am I free to go?
Now you are.
If
You are free to go.
great. All right. I need your card. I need your card and I need your card right now.
For sure. Okay, you can. I give you my name and badge.
You know, I try not to file lawsuits. You understand,
you
young
can have my
man?
name and
But you're
badge
a
number.
dumb mother effer.
Okay, well, you can.
You
back
don't
up.
get to detain people. No, you can back up. No, you can
So
back up.
chill out.
If you would like to, any
Go
kind
ahead.
of
Sorry.
complaints.
I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yeah.
You're
Go
fine. I
ahead.
understand.
Go ahead, Nichols. Nicholson.
Yep, Nicholson. I understand that.
You're
Yes.
dismissed. Walk away.
I'm not
Sorry. Go ahead. He
Okay.
keeps approaching me
He-
aggressively.
He's fine right here. You and I
Nicholson,
are talking.
we're not going to have any issues.
No, I know
Here,
that.
let me. We're fine. Right?
Absolutely. And
Okay.
I have no issue with you. I understand you guys are doing your investigation.
When's the last time you were deposed?
If you wouldn't
I'm
mind.
sorry. I'm sorry.
I understand.
Let me take some deep breaths. I get
I
really
appreciate
upset when people threaten violence upon me. I've never threatened violence upon anyone in here. And when you tell me I'm detained and I try to walk out the door and you block my way, that's violence.
How about?
Can you ask the violent man to leave so we can just have a
Would you
calm
mind
talk?
taking one step
Out the door. Out the door.
Would you
I'm no
mind-
threat whatsoever. Look,
I understand that. I understand that.
ask the violent man to leave, please, so we can just be reasonable.
It's just you and I talk right now.
Okay, she can stay and you can stay. These two both detained me.
just-
They can go. She didn't detain me.
No, and so that's what you and I are just talking. You're free to leave at any point you want.
Okay,
I understand you wanted to talk, so.
and let's have him leave, please.
You might just step. Absolutely. I
Thank you.
appreciate that. Thank you.
Owned.
I appreciate that. Appreciate
Thanks.
you.
Him as well. He detained me as well. She can stay as backup. You already know I got no weapons. If I were going to hurt you, I'd hurt you. If you were going to hurt me, you'd hurt me. Okay, cool. I'll even sit down. How's that?
If you want to, that is perfect.
All right, let's bring this down. Thank
I
you,
appreciate
Mr. Nicholson.
So, like I said, what happened is we get a call that essentially it comes back that someone's being combative in the lobby. And that's what we are trying to figure out is what does combative mean? Is it physically, anything like that? That's why they're trying to figure out what happened.
Okay.
Talked with them. They said, no, just you didn't like their answer, this and that. And
Sure.
that's what all I needed to hear. And everything's fine. You guys are good to take off if you want to leave,
Okay.
anything like that. I understand that you were asking about
Salaries.
Salaries.
Yeah.
As far as I know, that information is either online
Right.
or directed through HR.
Right. And we're aware. We had a wonderful conversation with Torres and one of her partners earlier today. We explained everything we're doing. No secrets, no nothing. Torres, I'm glad you showed up too, because a lot of times.
I was already still here on scene. I was just on court actually, so I just finished up.
Yeah, that's the problem. A lot of times guys like him show up, they don't know what's going on, and anyways. So a couple of things at this point then.
Okay.
You got a report that someone was being combative?
That's just the information that somebody was in the lobby was being combative.
Is there
the term that was used?
Can you tell me, is there a definition for combative?
I don't know off the top of my head. Typically, combative means a couple of things. We don't know what that means until we get here, which is why we got to talk to the other party real quick. As soon as we verify that combative wasn't anything physical and it was their interpretation of something, we have no issue to believe a crime was committed, anything like that.
So when you walked in, were you under the impression that a crime was committed? For you personally?
Right, I'm sorry?
Were you personally under the impression that a crime had been committed when you walked in?
We don't know, and that's what we have to investigate.
Right.
We don't know.
You don't know?
We don't know. So what we're doing is we're trying to verify that a crime has not been committed.
Are you under the, sorry, go ahead.
And so that's all we're doing. I think that took me probably 30 seconds, maybe 45 seconds to verify that it was just their interpretation that they didn't agree with what you were saying, you didn't agree with what they were saying, and so they called us, and somewhere along the words combative was taken, and that's what we just got to verify that it's nothing, no crime, nothing like that.
Are you under the impression that you can detain someone without actual reasonable articulable suspicion of a crime?
So in investigative purposes, detention is applicable. And so when we're just trying to verify that nothing physical has occurred, at that point, we just got to verify that information and make sure that a crime has not, in fact, been committed.
Okay, so when you came in, you didn't know if a crime was committed or not?
No,
And
we got to conduct an investigation.
Was I detained then?
At that point, yes, we have to confirm.
Okay, great, perfect. So you didn't know if a crime was committed?
We have an investigative purpose.
Right, you didn't know a crime was committed, right?
Nope.
And you detained me?
Those officers detained you, and yes.
Did you detain me as well?
I was conducting the investigation, but at that point, we have to confirm that a crime, in fact, has not been committed.
I just need to know who all detained me so I can put the names on the litigation. Did you detain me?
Yep.
You did?
Yep.
Okay. And again, you did not know that a crime was committed. Is that
We
right?
do not know.
And you didn't even have a reasonable articulable suspicion that a crime
We
was
have to
committed.
verify that a crime has not been committed based on the information.
Okay, so it's guilty until proven
So
innocent?
it's an investigative purpose.
Great.
So-
Excellent.
Yes, sir.
So it's I was guilty until proven innocent. Is that right?
No one's guilty.
Well, I
Just
was
like
detained.
They can't leave. If they're calling us saying that something's happened, we have to talk to
Really?
them. But it's
They can't leave?
investigation.
They can't leave?
They're calling us saying, they call us and say a crime's been committed, and they're not giving us any information, they try and leave. What is happening at that point? We can't say you're guilty without getting more information. If they want to leave, at that point, we're like, you can leave, but we're not going to conduct an investigation.
This is rich.
Okay.
This is good. Okay, so did you detain me? Please say no. Just say no, Torres. I don't want to put your name on the lawsuit. Did you didn't detain me, right?
So if you have any further questions, you can direct them towards me. And if that's not applicable, we can direct you towards the officer.
I'm going to put that Torres did not detain me. She never did say I was
Perfect.
detained.
That is
You
absolutely-
never verbalized that I was detained.
That is absolutely perfect.
Torres is just a really, really good cop.
Yes, she is. Absolutely.
And we're trying to keep the good ones around. We're trying to get rid of, I mean, if you have a willingness to learn and get better, we might keep you, Nicholson. But as long as you think that, as long as you think you get to detain people until you find out if a crime was committed, you're definitely on the chopping block.
Okay, perfect.
So-
And that's perfectly understandable from your point of view. I'm not going to argue with you.
And
about
from a
that.
legal standpoint
Okay,
and from,
absolutely.
yeah.
I'm not going to argue
The
with
court's
you
point of view,
Okay.
everyone's point of view.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
perfect.
We live in a society of law and order, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we want to.
Absolutely.
But then we have people who break the law. right?
Okay,
Detain
perfect.
people without reasonable articulable suspicion.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I feel
So,
like we can articulate that, but that's okay.
well, you just told me.
Yeah.
You verbalized that you
For an
did not
investigative detention.
believe that I committed a crime. All three of you verbalized that you did not believe I committed a crime.
Okay.
And you still detained me.
Okay.
You know what? You know what would have happened if I decided to leave anyways while he was trying to block my way, and I used any amount of force necessary to leave?
What's that?
You probably would have beat me up pretty bad, huh?
I would sure hope not.
Yeah, they would have put hands on. They would have physically stopped me, except for Torres. I could tell her demeanor. I could read her energy.
Absolutely. She's
She
a
already knew what was
phenomenal
going on,
Absolutely.
and she wanted none of this bullshit that you guys were doing.
She's a phenomenal officer.
She is.
So, like I said, if you have any further questions, what I would love to do.
I just need I need information for the three of you
Absolutely.
so that I
do
can.
that for you.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
Absolutely.
people like Torres are in a tough position though, you know,
Absolutely.
because she's got 2 officers here that she knows are breaking the law, that she knows are doing something wrong. But the tough thing is if she stands up against them and says, hey guys, whoa. Now she's probably going to get bullied. She's probably going to get treated bad within the
I don't
department.
think so.
Really? Dude, I've been doing this for 10 years.
Yeah.
I have literally watched good cops get fired.
Oh.
You know why? Because of doing the right thing.
Well, I believe that she would be just fine.
When you're part of a criminal enterprise and you're not willing to go along with the criminals, it can be very difficult.
Oh, I could understand that. So if there's any further questions, what I would love to do, like I said, is direct you towards Sergeant Durbin Kelsey, who is part of our internal affairs over there.
Okay.
And if there's any further questions, like I said, regarding salaries, I know that's what you've been looking for. You can direct that towards either online, like I said, all that stuff should be available online.
Durbin?
Or HR, yes, Kelsey,
All right, I've got LPO Nicholson. What's LPO mean?
a lead police officer.
Lead police officer.
sir.
Trying to make sergeant?
I'm just enjoying my time right now.
Are you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. If I didn't have my daughter with me, we would have pushed this a little farther. I would have walked out that door. I would have taken the beating.
Oh, I would hope it wouldn't come to that.
Do you understand Arizona is a stand your ground state? When you're unlawfully attacked, you have every right to defend yourself by any means necessary.
Okay.
Are you aware that even if you're a police officer, when you unlawfully attack someone, they have the right to defend themselves against you?
Absolutely, you could try that.
And that's-
I would hope that we.
Oh, I know.
I would hope that we won't ever come to that
And
situation.
what would happen if I did defend myself against an unlawful attack from you?
I hope we don't have to find out, but officers are going to do what we need to do.
Right.
And I can't tell you.
You'd probably be willing to kill me over an unlawful detention, wouldn't you?
The
question is, are people willing to do the same to you?
The thing is, I have, my policy that dictates my use of force, and I'm going to stick to that.
Yeah.
I can't give you hypotheticals.
And as
I
long
prefer not to do this.
as long
hypothetical game with
as long as you have a policy, you can't be sued. But it doesn't protect you from someone defending themselves against you. So
Well, I
you
don't-
get when you attack the wrong person and you end up in front of God and you're like, what happened? I was following my policies. How'd that work out for you? Right? Play stupid games, win stupid prizes, huh? Go ahead and get out of here. You're dismissed. Games, win stupid prizes, huh? Go ahead and get out of here. You're dismissed. Games, win stupid prizes, huh? Go ahead and get out of here. You're dismissed. Games, win stupid prizes, huh? Go ahead and get out of here. You're dismissed. Games, win stupid prizes, huh? Go ahead and get out of here. You're dismissed. Games, win stupid prizes, huh? Go ahead and get out of here. You're dismissed.
Yeah, so if he was it's a stand your ground state. So if he were to use force, like he said, your policy protects you, but your policy is not going to protect you against somebody who's going to use force and coercion against you for illegally detaining someone, right? That really struck a chord with me when he said that. And your policy can, it can save you from getting sued. That's true. But it's not going to save you from somebody that's willing to use deadly force to protect himself. So, anyways, I was only planning on playing like a little teeny bit of that, but once we started going on it, it's just like I had to play the whole thing, I guess. So yeah, anyways, that's why I was saying that James Freeman's, he's like the spokesman for us, I think. He's been doing it. I don't know if it's the longest, but like one of the longest, definitely like first generation. There's a lot of stuff that like he believes in and stuff that I believe in, So like I said, he's an anarchist. He believes in the abolition of the state completely. And a lot of people think that, well, without government, we'd be invaded, right? Or without government, who's going to build the roads? I mean, that's like the extreme version, right? But, you heard that argument. Who's going to build the roads? Or we'd be invaded, like there's actually a lot of intelligent arguments against, we'd be invaded. You know what I mean? So it's not really we'd be invaded. We're doomed. And let's see if I can find I'll have to switch. I think I can do it this way. Yes, I think I have this one on private, so. Actually, I might be unlisted. See playlist. Let me see. Sorry, guys, I'm looking up something here. Oh, that's all the playlists I got? Oh, that's why. Gotta go to the next. I've got a lot of playlists on this channel here. Dang, man, come on, bud. Pass it up. Oh, here it is. Okay. So this one. Actually, I'll do it like this. Stupid. So we'll go playlist. Let me put it. Let me share a screen so you guys can at least see what I'm doing here. And then we're looking for Adam Kokesh. Here it is. Hey guys, look at me! Look how young I was. I was like 4 years ago. So this one right here, guys. So a lot of times people will say, "Oh, without government, we'll be invaded and all that kind of stuff." And I played this before. Yo, what's up, username? Good to see you, bro. But we'll just play a little bit of this so that you guys can see, a little breakdown of why, if there was no such thing as government, maybe we wouldn't be invaded. Let's check it out.
The original Constitution is an imperfect document that reflects some deep flaws in American culture.
U.S. President Barack Obama has signed the defense bill despite serious reservations by critics over the handling of terror suspects.
Now, the Obama administration has announced its support to renew 3 provisions of the U.S. Patriot Act.
The Homeland Security Act of 2002 takes the next critical steps in defending our country.
The national security question. Yes, if it wasn't for government providing all of these wonderful protection services, what could we ever possibly do to protect ourselves? And the answer is really simple, actually, but you have to first understand what war really is. And we've been fooled. Again, just the assumption of all the propaganda we've been subject to tells us that countries attack other countries. It was the war between this country and this country. Bullshit. Governments use war and violence to expand their protection rackets. Simple as that. Why is Afghanistan the graveyard of empires? They are a country that essentially refuses to be governed. Now, there's one other great thing about where we are in human history right now that renders that argument pretty silly. The way that people are connected now makes the kind of wars that we used to have impossible. And I say this as a veteran of the global war on terror who tortured people in Fallujah, that yes, the scope of the global war on terror is horrific. And as a veteran activist of Iraq Veterans Against the War, it was really sad that we couldn't change the policy during the war and that the anti-war movement was revealed to be an anti-Bush movement when Obama started getting traction. And then when, hey, remember, he's killed more children with drone strikes than all other Nobel Peace Prize winners combined.
I have 2 words for you: predator drones. You will never see it coming. You think I'm joking?
And it was sad to see that we changed policy less than nothing. We had Obama trying to keep troops in Iraq longer than the Bush administration had negotiated. But people will learn from their mistakes, even if they can't admit while they're making them that they're making them. And when Obama wanted to get boots on the ground in Syria, it was soldiers holding up those silly placards on social media that said, I didn't enlist to fight for Al-Qaeda in Syria. As the book explains, governments will always get away with as much war as they can. And it's not about the war or the destruction as much as it is about the control and the exploitation and the flow of money around war. Now, a lot of people go, but Adam, what about the Chinese? Well, gee, have you noticed how they're kind of, with the American government and financial system's help, already taking over? In a world where I have a device in my pocket with the computing power that used to take a building to house connected to everyone else on the planet who has one of these, what happens when they try to get a war with Iran? And I can Skype anybody in that country. You simply cannot dress up millions of gullible young men in silly costumes and have them meet in the middle of the field where none of them live and kill each other because they're wearing different colors. But on a more fundamental principle level, if you understand that governments use violence to expand their protection rackets, what's the best defense against invasion? Refusing to be governed. Why do we say that being invaded by another country or another government is bad? Because they're going to govern you, like your government is doing now. This is why the principled founders of this country were against the concept of a standing army. What does a standing army signal to your neighboring invader, would-be invader? Oh, these people like paying taxes, don't they? Yeah, we're going to take over there.
This is a memo that describes how we're going to take out 7 countries in 5 years, starting with Iraq and then Syria, Lebanon, Libya, Somalia, Sudan, and finishing off Iran.
The people that are ready to hear this don't want to hear it from someone who hasn't figured out how it improves their life. And some people can say, just on a matter of security, I'm safer because of this knowledge. Well, guess what? If you feel safer, you should have a little room to feel happier as well. And be able to share that with someone. Because I guarantee if you go to someone with the perspective of, I'm right, you're wrong, zero-sum game, let's argue, let's debate. You're going to be like Sisyphus rolling the rock up the hill over and over and over again when he votes, petitions. But the message shouldn't be hard to share. We shouldn't be arguing with people. A part of the human condition, a part of our existence that we seem to take for granted, that we just don't, we can't remind ourselves enough to stay conscious of the fact that we choose our demeanor at all times. Our state of mind, our attitude is a choice. Every bad day is self-imposed. Why would you ever choose to be anything less than perfectly happy? And sure, we can have the whole range of healthy emotional reactions, but what we do with them is always our choice. And the sad thing is how we give that up. You know, we talk a lot about the state coercion, right? The fact that everything they do is backed up with violence. What's the main way they really control us? With words. 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 We change the words. Government goes away. Like, that's all. It's words. It's mind control. And it happens from a very early age. From parents, from school, from any authority figure, from society itself. We are taught violent communication, not just to each other.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands. You're brainwashed as a child.
To manipulate each other by emotions, but to deny our own will. And in a sense, we're very comfortable with the outside of this, saying like, hey, I want you to be free. My world is better if you can prosper, if your will as an individual consciousness is respected. And then what do we do to ourselves? We talk down to ourselves. We live in fear and insecurity. And we allow even just a hint of that that's opposed to us from the outside to affect our behavior, to be intimidated. Or I'm not even going to comply. And I think nonviolent resistance, even on that large scale, as Gandhi demonstrated, is far more.
The countries that refused the Rothschild banking system, we had Iraq. Okay. They got forced on him. We had, what else was it? North Korea. They refused the Rothschild banking system. You notice how we had conflicts with them? All the countries that refused the Rothschild banking system, you notice those are the same countries in which the United States of America has conflicts with? It's not a coincidence, guys.
Perfected. But what's real defense? Refusing to be governed by anyone.
My name is Adam Kokesh. I plan to run for President of the United States in 2020 to peacefully dissolve the entire federal government in 4 years or less. We are working quietly behind the scenes to make this successful and plan to formally launch in September of 2017. The most important thing you can do to help now is wake up as many people as you can to the nature of government. Give people hope that we can move past the violent statist paradigm with localization. One of the most efficient ways to do this is with our book, Freedom. You can get it for free in every digital format, including audiobook on our website, where you can also order paper copies, read our blog, sign up for our email list, and find me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and our YouTube channel, thefreedomline.com.
Yep, guys. So there you go. That's how you would do it. You know what I mean? The best way is to read that book, Freedom, by Adam Kokesh. And like he said, it's available for free in every digital format. It's on his YouTube channel. Audiobook. He reads it himself. And that's how you do it. That's how you function as a society without government. It is possible. But like, we're having this paradigm shift right now, and you have to just get past of thinking, well, it's the only way. I mean, we've had government forever, so there's no other way to do it, right? And tradition is no excuse to stand in the way of progress. And like, you know, you look at like aliens that are, millions of years, more evolved than us. They're looking at human beings as primitive beings. Like, look how primitive these people are. They have governments and they think they're free. You know what I mean? We're capable of doing it. And now Adam Kokesh was running for president in 2020 to dissolve the United States federal government. Is he a little bit ahead of his time? Yeah, maybe. But is it possible in our lifetime? I think so. I definitely think so. But will it actually happen? I don't know. But it will eventually happen for sure. there eventually will be a time in which there is no government at all, and we self-govern ourselves. I just don't know if it's going to be in our lifetime, though. But this is definitely going to happen, guys. I mean, we're evolving to be more peaceful and less violent. And if you don't think so, then that means you're watching too much news. You're watching too much mainstream media, where they only show violent things that happen, because human beings are hardwired to focus on the negative, right? Because again, like in tribal times, which is 99% of the human existence has been in tribal times, things were negative, right? And so you're hardwired to focus on the negative to ensure the survival of the species. So that's why they do that. That's why you see all this violence on movies and video games, right? Because they know that human beings are hardwired to focus on that stuff. They like it. It ensures the survival of the species. So listen to too much mainstream media, you'll think that we have to have government. And we don't have to have government, guys. I mean, government's not working for me, dude. Maybe government's working for you guys, but like, I just don't like paying half my income to the government every year. And yes, half my income. Yes, you, half your income. Okay. I don't care if you pay 30% in federal income tax and 5% in state or whatever you think it is. You pay half of your income to the government, because it's not just taxes, dude. I mean, it is a lot of taxes. I mean, it's not just, income tax, and it's also, your sales tax, and, you got property taxes, and you got, if you die, you have to pay death tax and inheritance tax and capital gains tax. Right. But it's, I got to register my vehicles. I got to renew my driver's license. I got to pay for this permit to upgrade my home. I got to go fishing. I got to go hunting. I got a speeding ticket, right? If you add all that stuff up, how much money do you spend to the government every year? It's about half. And then people say that we're free. We're free in the United States. The best country to live in. We're free. Like I've said before, like that whole free American thing that I say, it's really just like a catchy, cool thing that I say. Because, I mean, it makes sense, that we're free Americans, to the police, but we're not actually free, though. We're slaves. I mean, it's one of two things. Either we're not slaves, we're free Americans, and taxation is theft, right? Or taxation isn't theft, and the government owns you, and you're a slave. You can't have your cake and eat it too. It's one or the other. Because if I don't consent to taxation, well, then I'm a slave. And the government owns the fruits of my labor, but they allow me to keep a piece of it because they're being nice, But taxation, like, people, it's the price you pay to live in a civilized society. Well, what if I don't consent to that? What if I don't consent? I mean, taxation is violent. And some people say, oh, it's not violent. Well, have you ever tried to not pay your taxes? Do you know what would happen to you if you decided not to pay your taxes? Men with guns and badges will come, and they will use violence and coercion against you, and they will take you away and lock you in a cage, and then they will steal your property and take it from you by force. So yes, taxation is violent. Now, most of the time, the actual violence isn't necessary. It's just the threat of violence is enough, right? That's why I say, everything the police do is either with violence or at the very least the threat of violence. So most of the time, the threat of violence is enough, right? Because most people are sheep, but yes, it's violent, dude. Taxation is violent. So anyways, I think that we can definitely do. Actually, you guys should watch the Zeitgeist trilogy. I've talked about this before, but the Zeitgeist trilogy, I think it's on YouTube now. It used to be on Netflix, but I think it's on YouTube now. And we should do like maybe like we'll do a little series on it. We'll watch it on this channel, actually. That's how important it is. Let me even see if it's on here. See if I can see if it's even on here. Hey guys, welcome back to Denver Metro Audits. Since you guys like that Adam Kokesh video so much, I'm back with another one. Wow. This time, I'm like super, I can't believe how young I look there. Zeitgeist trilogy. Let me see if I can find it. Whoops. Zeitgeist. Oh, here it is. Zeitgeist trilogy. Just want to make sure I got it here.
This is the cross of the zodiac, one of the oldest conceptual images in human history. It reflects the sun as it figuratively passes through the 12 major constellations over the course of a year. It also reflects the 12 months.
I expected. If you don't have Netflix, get a month of free streaming by going to Netflix.com.
I'm trying to figure out what if I can find it on here. The movie, this might be it right here. Oh, it's only. This might be it. We're not going to watch it, but I just want to make sure to see if it's here.
Words. The money was created.
Yeah, that's it right there. So I think we're going to do another video. We'll do another stream of this. I'm going to play that video on it because that's how important it is, dude. Like, it's so important that you see the Zeitgeist trilogy that like I'm willing to sit down and just watch it with you on a whole stream. Like I'll set it up and everything and we'll just sit there and watch it. It's that important. And if you are watching this stream right now, clearly you're part of the 1A stuff. I mean, the only people that even know about this is because they follow my YouTube channel, my DMA channel. So if you like that kind of content, then you have to see this. That's how important it is, dude. Like, I will sit down with my mom and watch this video specifically because it's so important, Mom, that you need to watch this. And what was it? Somebody else. Who's the other one? Oh, Russia. Russia's the new one. If they don't want to have the Rothschild central banking system, right? I wonder what's going to happen with that because, you know, Russia ain't no punk. You know what I mean? They're not just going to plow over Russia like they did, you know, Iraq and Syria and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, it's funny because, you know, North Korea, what's the name? What's Kim Jong-un or whatever his name is? He didn't want to have anything to do with the Rothschild banking system. So guess what? All of a sudden, the United States started having conflicts with North Korea, right? But then President Trump came in. Now all of a sudden, oh, there's no conflict with North Korea, right? I'm surprised that we didn't straight up go to war with North Korea. And I'm saying we like as a collective, but the United States didn't go to war with North Korea when Biden was president. I was kind of surprised about that because I have a feeling I thought that if Hillary would have won, that we would have they would have straight up went to war with North Korea, dude. So, you know, it's all like this whole plan. It's like, you know, decades and decades worth of plans that they have. So all taxation is theft. The government does virtually nothing for the better of the people. You know what? I wouldn't say that they do nothing for the better of the people because I don't think that's true, bro. But I will say that what they do provide that benefits the people doesn't outweigh the detrimental things that they do to the people for their own interest. You know what I mean? there are like some good services, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you can say, hey, they build the roads, they maintain the roads, right? They have, you know, services for the homeless, they got homeless shelters, you know, they have lots of good services. But like those services don't outweigh all of the detriment that they do. Right? Like locking millions of people in cages because they're in possession of a plant, right? Or, you know, stealing millions of dollars per year from people because they didn't stop all the way at a stop sign and they were going 10 over the speed limit, right? Or, you know, all these victimless crimes, you know. I mean, you know, all the victimless crimes. Like, it just does, it's not worth it to me. And like, I remember, who was it? It's like a year or two ago, a couple years ago. I was on a panel and somebody was saying, well, without government, you know, governments, they're here to, they prevent monopolies, and monopolies are bad. And I remember I was thinking, I was like, I didn't really have much to say in an argument against that. Oh yeah, you know, monopolies are bad. And, you know, they don't really prevent monopolies nowadays, but like, you know, they used to. But then like later, I thought of a good argument for that. I was like, oh, you know what? That's true. You know, if government does prevent monopolies by force, but the thing is, government is the most dangerous monopoly of all, right? See, government has a monopoly on the use of force. And me personally, I would rather have a monopoly on the use of goods or services than the most dangerous monopoly that the government has, which is a monopoly on the use of force. So if Walmart decided to take a monopoly on all the services and goods that they provide, that would still be better than the government having a monopoly on the use of force against you, right? That's what I think. Yes, there's nothing the government does individuals couldn't do, and faster with more efficiency. I totally agree with that. People think that like they say, well, who built the roads, right? Without government, we could never accomplish these things. Like, are you saying that like without government, basically when you're saying like without government, who built the roads, is you're saying without government, without someone else pointing guns at people and saying, you must do this, we could never figure out a way. That's how much credit you're giving your fellow man. So when you say without government, how are we going to accomplish all these things the government provide? Essentially, that's like saying, well, without slavery, who's going to pick the cotton? Right? You see how silly that sounds? Like, who's going to pick the cotton? But like, that was literally the argument back in the 1800s. That was their argument, dude. Who's going to pick the cotton? Right? You see? It's stupid, man. It's just brainwashing, dude. You got to get moved past that. And the stuff that the government provides, it's not even efficient at all. You know, like the DMV. They're actually getting better, though. They are much better now. They got, you know, they, at least here in Colorado, they have appointments and you go in, you're in and out. It's much better. You know, like they're rude. Government employees are rude as shit to you all the time. Even if you don't have a camera on them, they're fucking rude because there's no competition. They can just be rude to you. I mean, where are you going to go? You can't go anywhere else. It's not like they're going out of business. Like if McDonald's, I don't care how good your food is, and McDonald's may be the #1 fast food place. If they treat all their customers like a piece of shit, like people are just going to go to Burger King then. Like there's competition. So that's why they get to treat you like trash, dude, and they get away with it. Yeah. The BlackRock. I don't really know that much about that, but I've heard about that. So the BlackRock thing. But I don't know, man. I just think there's a better way, dude. There's always a better way. And, you know, we always should try to surpass our previous best, right? So I think like the background for this one probably be, I don't have the freedom one. I'll go with this one. Oh, you know what? Look, I'm wearing the same hat. Is that hat? Look, it's the same hat. Do I look younger? A little bit. I was like 3-4 years younger then. That was the first interview that I did with Adam Kokesh when I first started my channel. But say I already knew Adam from before I started my channel, so we already like had a relationship. See? It can always be better. Car toys, it's a better way to go. Yep. You can always surpass your previous best. You know what I mean? And like a lot of times people, I've had people say, oh, if you don't like the way it is in the United States, then you can just leave. And to me, when you say something like that, what you're saying is that just because it's been this way for a long time, that you should just accept that. And you should never try to surpass your previous best. It's the way it's been forever. So it's an excuse to stand in the way of progress. You know, I never understood that. Okay, good night. Thanks for coming in. Yeah, we should try it, dude. Let's start our own. Start our own cool jingle. Oh, it's almost 2 a.m. here. So I might be ending this soon too myself. Maybe you take an Ambien or something. Go to sleep. Actually, you know what? Let's do a little intermission here, and we'll end the stream soon. Okay, we'll do a quick intermission, and then I'll come back. Okay, we're back. I think we'll be on for about half hour tops, and then we're going to end it. But let's play only 2 people in here left, so figure out what I'm going to play. You guys seen this one? We should actually play this. Let's see if I can find it. Actually, probably do it by playlist. Hey guys, welcome back to Denver Metro. This one right here. It's a crazy ass hit. Hey guys, welcome back to Denver Metro Audits. Since you guys like that Adam Kokesh video so much, I'm back with another one. This time, Adam gets arrested for dancing at the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. Yeah, that's right. Him, along with some other citizens, got arrested for dancing in public. And not only did he get arrested, but he got body slammed. And luckily, Adam was a Marine, so he knew how to tuck his chin in so that he wouldn't bust his head all over the marble floor. This is completely ridiculous, guys. The DA, they did drop the charges, but not before they tried to lure them into accepting a small fine. So the DA gets a fail because instead of just dismissing the charges like they should have, they tried to coerce them into accepting a plea bargain. Completely unacceptable. This is a prime example, guys, of just a government that's completely out of control. Parks Police are anti-American in this video. They hate freedom, guys, and it's unacceptable. So it's a really good video, but it's entertaining, but it's also disturbing to watch at the same time. So, but anyways, guys, before we get to the video, I still have 2 books to give away. So if you haven't checked out Adam's book, it's called Freedom. I'll leave a link for his audiobook on YouTube in the description. Check out the book. If you guys like the book, I still have 2 books to give away. They're going to be an autographed one like this, or you can get a personalized one like this. And to enter for the giveaway, all you have to do is like this video, subscribe to my channel, and in the comments, leave your favorite Thomas Jefferson quote. All right, guys, make sure you go to Adam's channel too, like his video and subscribe to his channel and let him know I sent you guys. All right. Thanks, guys.
Is there somebody that's leading you all here, or are you all just... Is this a group of you? All right. Give you your warnings. If you come out here and you demonstrate by dancing, you will be placed under arrest. Does everybody understand? Does everybody understand? And if you live more than 50 miles away from the District of Columbia, you can spend the night, the weekend in jail. Yes. Does everybody understand that? Sir, that's illegal. What would we be charged with? You are too far away from the city to allow citations to reappear. Therefore, they lock you up and hold you for court.
What he's asking is in violation of
We'll find out.
What law is that?
Sir, I'm just giving you the warnings right now.
You're telling us to arrest us, but you're not telling us. We're not doing
If you dance in here, we're demonstrating.
What is dancing? What is dancing? What if you're out of time and you're making movements with your body?
Whoa, hey. Exactly. What is dancing? I mean, if you're moving in a specific way, I mean, how do you define dancing?
Oh, wait a second.
You can go to jail for doing that.
You're not allowed to have free expression or free speech in the memorial to Thomas Jefferson, the champion of free speech.
We're moving, man. We're in love. We're stopping. We're stopping. What are you doing? We're stopping. You are not arresting us for standing. For what?
didn't even give me a warning.
I didn't even give me a warning.
Dancing in public areas now.
You didn't give me a warning. You didn't even give me a warning.
See Adam back there in the right corner, engaging in civil disobedience.
What is your problem? Dancing is a crime. You didn't even give me a warning. If you would have said something, I would have stopped.
I don't understand. I came over. I didn't even hear it. I didn't even hear it. Sir, I didn't even hear it. Sir.
I didn't hear. I never talked to that guy. What are you talking about?
America, sir.
I never.
You hate the Constitution, don't you?
Excuse me, sir. Did you ever talk to me?
You hate America, don't you? You hate freedom. All those men that are missing, all those MIAs. Sir, turn around, put your hands behind your back. Now watch my arm, watch my arm. Watch my arm, watch my arm. Watch my arm. Don't, I got a broken shoulder. I've got a bad shoulder. Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back.
Stop resisting. I'm not resisting. Stop resisting.
This is America.
Stop resisting, guys, as he's just laying there limp. Stop resisting.
This is America when you dance in a public place. When you dance.
Sir, it's your last warning. Get on your knees right now. Sir, this is your last warning. Sir, this is your last warning.
What is going on?
Turn him over.
What's going on here?
Those are mine.
America for you guys. Yeah,
One
free
of the starters
Americans.
units, extension 10 seconds.
Why are we doing this? This is ridiculous.
I didn't get an order. Hey, Sergeant, I did not get an order from you. I never heard from you one thing. It was good. Sergeant, I never got an order from you. No, I'm not shutting up. You cannot shut me up. That's not the way this works. You cannot shut anyone up. You cannot stop them from dancing. You cannot stop them from kissing. You cannot stop them from doing things that come natural to people. We did absolutely nothing wrong. That sergeant told me nothing. He said nothing to me. That's wrong. You are being violently wrong. Telling me to shut up and I can't kiss my girlfriend inside this building. No, I'm not keeping my voice down. You're arresting me anyway for nothing. You told me I couldn't even stop my girlfriend. I don't believe that you're pushing me down. Get out of here.
This is mine. Can I grab it?
Hey, Sergeant! 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 Sergeant!
Yeah, it's close. You got it. You'll be arrested. Clear them out.
Sorry, the memorial is temporarily closed. There's an elevator.
I understand, yes. We wanted to, back up, folks.
I'm sorry. Does everybody have a permit for the videos?
Police state! This is a police state! This is a police state! This is a police state!
I understand. I understand that. Is this the group of you? All right. Give you your warnings. If you come out here and you demonstrate by dancing, you will be placed under arrest. Does everybody understand that? Does everybody understand that? If you live more than 50 miles away from the District of Columbia, you will spend the weekend in jail.
Whole weekend?
Yes. Does everybody understand that?
That's illegal. What would we charge with?
You are too far away from the city to allow citation to reappear. Therefore, they lock you up and hold you for court.
What he's asking is in violation of what
We'll
law?
find out.
What law is that?
Sir, I'm just giving you your warnings right now. If you dance and demonstrate.
But we're not demonstrating.
If you're dancing in here, you were demonstrating as a form of
What is dancing?
I'm done.
What is
Yeah,
dancing?
this guy's an order follower, dude. If you come in here and you demonstrate by dancing, you'll be locked in a cage. Order follower. And people wonder, like, oh, you know, you heard people say, I can't believe that, you know, the Holocaust happened. People just, you know, follow orders without question. And it's like, dude, it could happen today in the United States. It's happening right now, just on a smaller scale, right here. Perfect example.
What if you're out of time when you're making movements with your body? Is that still dancing?
Guys, stop.
You can go to jail for doing that.
You're not allowed to have free expression or free speech in the memorial to Thomas Jefferson, the champion of free speech.
We're moving, man.
We're touching each other. So we're stopping. We're stopping. You are not arresting us for standing.
For what?
Here it is.
You didn't even give me a warning.
Dancing in public area.
Give me a warning.
Dancing in public area.
You didn't even give me a warning.
We can dance if we want to. We can leave our friends behind. Because if cops don't dance, and if they don't dance with us, no friends of mine. Unbelievable.
If it said something, I would have stopped. Say it. You did not say it. Who did? Where's the sergeant? I don't even know who the sergeant is. You're not allowed to dance in America, sir.
You hate the Constitution.
Excuse me, sir. Did you ever talk to me?
You hate America.
You hate freedom. Hey, Sergeant. What's up? Sergeant, did you talk to me? Sergeant. Man, you can stop. Did you talk to me? Sergeant, did you talk to me?
Watch my arm. Watch my arm.
Don't, I got a broken shoulder. I've got a bad shoulder.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back, sir. Stop resisting. Stop resisting.
This is America. This is America when you dance in a public place. When you dance, this is illegal to dance.
Sir, this is your last warning. Sir, this is your last warning.
What is going on?
Turn him over.
What would you think of this?
Yeah, what would Thomas Jefferson think, man? What would he think about that at his memorial? Wow, man.
You cannot dance.
103 Starfish Humans, keep station 10-6.
And I was going like this, sir. Why are we doing this? This is ridiculous.
Catherine, come here.
Arrested for dancing.
Let me give you my wallet.
I never heard from you one thing. Sergeant.
Gemma, I need to give you my money.
You cannot shut me up. That's not the way this works. You cannot shut anyone up. You cannot stop them from dancing. You cannot stop them from kissing. You cannot stop them from doing things that come natural to people. We did absolutely nothing wrong. That's Sergeant.
You must leave.
Is press not allowed here either?
You're not allowed to video record in here. Go.
I'm pressed.
Doesn't matter.
Unbelievable.
Dance in America, sir.
You hate the Constitution.
Excuse me, sir. Did you ever talk to me?
You hate America.
There you go, guys. We're free Americans in here. It's free Americans, guys. United Police States of America. Hey guys, welcome back to Denver Metro Audits. Since you guys like that Adam Kokesh video so much, I'm back with another one. This time at Hey guys, welcome back. This one right here is hilarious. I really like this one.
This is for you, big sis.
You got a shirt, sir?
Yeah.
Can you put a shirt on, please?
Yeah, I was just wondering because I looked on the TSA website and it didn't say anything about going through in a bathing suit.
No, we just asked you to put a shirt on.
So am I legally obligated to, or can I go through like this?
Asking you to put a shirt on.
Well, I will once I get on the other side. Is that cool?
Just last Friday, while flying to Oklahoma City, I went through the TSA checkpoint, and unfortunately, I was unable to avoid the body scanner line. I normally try to go through the metal detector line since I don't like getting skin cancer. It's really not that fun. And was unable to avoid the pat down resulting from opting out of going through a body scanner. And so I was told that I was now in line for a groping. And when I got in front of the TSA agent, I said, you know what, sir, frankly, I'm much more comfortable standing in public in my underwear than being felt up by a stranger. Why don't you just inspect my clothes and I'll be on my way? And so I took off my shirt and my pants. I was standing around in my socks and my underwear, and he looked incredibly uncomfortable at that point, called his supervisor over, and I informed them that I was intending to comply with TSA security protocol. It was at that point that the TSA officers decided to call in the police. He came up to me from behind, put me in handcuffs, and pulled me out of the security area to the area right past it, and told me that I was being arrested for disorderly conduct because it was inappropriate to be in boxers in front of children. For Christ's sakes, there are children at the airport, at the TSA checkpoint, and they might see you in your underwear. So we have to handcuff you in your underwear and sit you here in front of them for about an hour while we debate the exact criteria for what constitutes disorderly conduct, while hundreds of passengers get to see you in your boxers. I just want to ask you if you think it's disorderly conduct for me to be in public in my underwear, if you think it's appropriate to put me in handcuffs and then sit me down in my underwear in public for an hour while people are looking on. Do you think that's appropriate, Officer Robinson? No comment? You would aid and abet someone in their disorderly conduct and create more disorderliness. No comment? No comment on the standards of disorderly conduct here? No comment. Or police officers causing people to see someone in their underwear for an hour? What this incident demonstrates is that there is no real credible terrorist threat, and the TSA doesn't actually care about keeping you safe. I was following the directives of the TSA. I was following their own rules and regulations. I was in complete compliance. I was calm and orderly the entire time. They had the opportunity to send me through the screening area with full confidence that I was not a terrorist or had any weapons on me of any kind. Instead, they chose to have me arrested. Further proof that the TSA doesn't care about keeping you safe, or at least would rather grope you than actually screen you. Either the TSA is really, really good at their job and really, really competent, or there is no credible terrorist threat. This is disorderly conduct. And this is law and order in the United Police States of America. And further proof that you have been so propagandized, we the American people have been so propagandized about terrorism to give up our civil liberties, our tax dollars, and the lives of so many
American soldiers in this lie of a global war on terror to support a government that doesn't even care about keeping you safe.
The original Constitution is an imperfect document that.
And I need to readjust that so that the logo is not right in his face, but yeah, it's true. The outcome of that event for the Thomas Jefferson Memorial was that they dropped the charges, but they tried to lure him into a plea deal of accepting a small fine before they actually dropped the charges. So they don't get a pass for that. But they eventually dropped the charges because, it's clear violation of the First Amendment, like clear. They didn't want to make case law, that bad. You can't dance at the Thomas Jefferson Memorial. So that's what happened with that one. And as far as the one where he was in the TSA, I actually talked to Adam about that. He didn't even remember. He said he doesn't remember what it was. It was so long ago. And this was like years ago that I talked to him about it. So I don't know what happened with that one. But the Thomas Jefferson Memorial, they dropped the charges on that one. Let's see. Let's see what else we got. See if we got anything else. Hey. We're on Adam Kokesh binge here. Hey guys. Let's do this one. This is the aftermath of the getting body slammed. Let's do this one.
Hello? Okay.
Give us an idea how many people you're expecting to join your business years ago.
Oh, I have no idea. I really have. I have no idea.
Okay. And how many people you plan on coming? Well, Commissioner, how many people in your immediate party do you think will be there? Just anytime a group comes in that we feel may cause a confusion that may lead to any type of violation of CFR, or men that want to protest or hold a demonstration, we help to facilitate their First Amendment right.
Wait a second. You're calling me from the Parks Police to tell me that you want to facilitate my First Amendment rights.
Absolutely.
Okay. I'm sorry. That's just too funny. Okay, so what are you really calling about?
That's what I'm calling about. So that we can help facilitate anything that you are going to do while you're here. So we can help you with Amendment rights. Obviously,
You can help. You know what? You guys are the ones with the guns and the violence. And if you want to help protect our First Amendment rights, you can stay as far away as possible from the Jefferson Memorial on Saturday. Myself and my 4 friends that are going to be dancing with me, and possibly a cameraman, we'll be just fine without you. Please, just stay away from the memorial on Saturday. We do not need you to protect our First Amendment rights or to continue your pattern of infringing on them in any way. Really, that's just fine. But I appreciate the offer.
well, the issue here is, Mr. Kokesh, we're not going to not protect, we're not going to take violations from their patrol duties. As a matter of fact, I'd be more than willing, if you wanted to do a First Amendment demonstration or a protest, I'd be more than happy to meet you there in the morning and let you know where you can and when you cannot. And it's not going to be invited.
Wait a second. You're gonna tell me what the First Amendment says, by telling me where I can't protest. That's brilliant. That's wow. Wow. Okay. Interesting. I think you're seriously missing something. The First Amendment, well, the CFR that you're citing violates the First Amendment. So if you want to protect the First Amendment and honor your oath that you swore as a law enforcement officer to the Constitution of the United States, which, by the way, includes the First Amendment, then what you should be doing is disregarding the CFR and disobeying any orders to enforce the CFR when it violates the Constitution, because you swore an oath to that document. I swore an oath to that document when I enlisted in the Marines. There's a whole organization called Oath Keepers about making sure that people honor that oath, and I think it's really disturbing that you're not willing to step up and recognize that.
That sounds more of a question than a statement. And the point here is that during D.C. at the Jersey Memorial, we had a less than favorable outcome. People were arrested. We're in that area, and I'm more than willing to help you and that information so that we don't run into the same issue like this last time.
I think the unfavorable outcome was because Parks Police were there. Not because there were people dancing at the Jefferson Memorial. So if you want a favorable outcome this time, that's a peaceful outcome, please keep all of your officers with guns away from the Jefferson Memorial. That is my only request I will make to you.
We can maintain a calm and tranquil.
You can maintain a calm and tranquil environment. Do you do that by body slamming people and choking them? That's a question. Hello? Hello? Appears something's wrong with the connection.
Yeah, so
I'm going to hang up. If you need to, feel free to call me back.
Jordan Maxwell sounds familiar. Not sure if I know who he is. He's got a YouTube channel or something. Jordan Maxwell. Hey guys, welcome back to Denver Metro Audits. Since you guys like that Adam Kokesh video so much, sorry. Jordan Maxwell. Best of Jordan Maxwell.
I came across many years ago a confounding idea in the Bible that I now
Yeah, I know this.
Welcome to the Jordan Maxwell Show. Jordan Maxwell has been an esoteric scholar and a preeminent researcher in the fields of astrotheology and religion for 52 years. He is well respected by thousands of open-minded free thinkers around the globe, many of which have been waiting for years for him to do his own show. It's finally his time. Jordan has been studying a plethora of interesting, thought-provoking subject matter his entire life. He's been teaching seminars, giving speeches, writing books, and basically sharing his wisdom all over the planet. The objective of the Jordan Maxwell Show is for Jordan to share what he's learned in his lifetime with everybody who cares to listen for free. So help Jordan spread the word. Repost this link and share it with your friends. You can find all the podcast episodes on our website at jordanmaxwellshow.com, where you can also find links to both Facebook and Twitter. You can subscribe to the Jordan Maxwell Show on iTunes. Just search for The Jordan Maxwell Show. The objective of the show is to give Jordan a free form in a social setting amongst friends on his own schedule. He'll lead us through a matrix
I was into everything.
I was researching and studying everything I could get my hands on, and I wanted to know. I wanted knowledge. And so I really appreciated, more than anyone will know, I really appreciated speakers, teachers, authors, writers, people who were the leading authorities in that day that I could go to and listen, go to seminars and sit and listen to them and learn from them and write down their sources of their information and go back and get the books and read. So I was traveling all over California and all the museums and all the federal and state depositories, all kinds of research libraries. I lived out at UCLA and USC stacks. They would call them the stacks at USC, underground libraries for
Sorry. This is the guy that talks about if you get a speeding ticket or something like that, that it's like something of commerce or something like that, where if you put your signature on there, the officer signs his signature first and you put your signature second. And so if you refuse to pay, then the officer actually has to pay the ticket, not you, or something like that, right? That's what this Jordan Maxwell guy says. And then he also talks about like property taxes. When you buy property, you don't buy it the way that people typically buy it. You buy it with a certain kind of deed, and then you actually really truly own the property. So yeah, I definitely heard of this guy. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get back. My mouse is acting up here.
years and years and years, cross-referencing everything, reading everything I could on the occult, on the strange things that are going on in the world. And like I said, I was meeting all kinds of off-the-wall characters who were blowing my mind with stories about all sorts of interesting things. And these people were all well-grounded, highly intelligent, military people, scientists, physicists, astronauts.
Well, it's like they say, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear.
That's it. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. That's what we're doing here. I just want to wake people up, and I'm so tired of hearing radio that does nothing but just pour out slop into the public trough, which is shrill, feeding the pigs. It just feed the pigs. You pour some slop into the public trough, and it's called radio, and it's all about dope and loud music and craziness and stupidity and ignorance, and then politics and religion and commerce. I have always wanted to hear a radio show that damn well tells you something that's really important, intellectually and spiritually gratifying. And nothing out there on radio today is either spiritually gratifying or makes any sense. It's all a bunch of bullshit. I know it, and everybody else knows it. I want to produce a program that's based on really interesting people. You have no idea in the world the kind of people I know and that I'm going to bring on this show that are going to blow your mind. So I want to tell you how much I appreciate you being here to listen to me, because I'm telling you, it's a very interesting world we live in.
It's a pleasure, Jordan.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
Definitely. If we can cover 1/10, if we can get 1/10 of the people in here that we've talked about,
it's just sharing the wisdom. Really, that's the key for future generations to kind of
look at those young people today have no basis for it. They have nothing to build on. They haven't been given anything. And also, this is what Dick Gregory said. He said, Americans love talking about how we have the right to elect our leaders. We can go to the polls and elect our leaders, but you can't select your leader.
Yeah, we get two choices.
You get two choices. Yeah, Abbott or Costello.
Yeah.
Mutt and Jeff, Laurel and Hardy. You either have one of the two. Which one of these thugs do you want? Because they both work for me.
Don't get me going on politics.
Oh man, politics is
at least American politics.
Yeah,
it's
a hell of a story, American politics.
Yeah, but I think, listen, there is hope.
Well, like I said, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. It's a train coming.
Yeah, and as you know, you've lived all over and experienced all kinds of culture. America still is the finest country on the planet.
America was the greatest thing that ever happened on the face of the earth. I love my country. I love the idea of being free. But I'm telling you, unless and until the young people, don't look to the older people to do anything. They're too stupid and too old and too dim-witted. And the people with money, they're not about to do anything. people with money are not about
No,
to
they're
give
into
you a
hoarding it.
nickel to help
Yeah.
you do anything to save the human race. I will guarantee you that. The guys with the big money in Hollywood, they're not about to give you a nickel.
No, it
So the
doesn't.
only hope, if there's any hope at all, is young people who have the vitality and the energy. I don't have the vitality and I don't have the energy. I've got the experience, the knowledge, and the wisdom of some 53 years of being in the world of the occult. And so that's why I just want to share with young people who want to know. Because God, this world is so fascinating when you
Oh, it's
really begin
amazing.
to.
It really is a beautiful place, and it's a journey, and we're only here for a short time. And the key is making every day count.
Yeah, I know. I mean, I love talking about my experiences and the things I'm interested in, because I want the young people in the audience to get enthralled with the stories that I'm telling them. I've been doing what I do for 53 years. I started back in 1959 with talking at little mom and pop grocery stores and bookstores, and I was just fascinated with the world of the occult, with all the things that are not seen. I don't know why I just gravitated toward the dark side on everything. No matter what was happening in the world, I always knew that there was more to the story yet. There's something else going on that you don't see. One of the themes of the Masonic Order of Knights Templars became very famous: as above, so below. So I always applied that to everything happening on the earth. Whatever's happening on the earth, there's got to be a reason. And I don't buy for 1 minute that things just happen. No, things don't just happen. Things are caused by people who make them happen. I wanted to know, and that's the big thing. The emphasis is on the word want. I wanted to know. So I decided to dedicate my life to studying the occult. The word occult simply is a Latin word which means hidden. It doesn't mean it's evil or bad or of the devil. It just means hidden. And so I realized, as I said, even growing up as a small kid, I already realized that nothing is what it seems. There's always a reason for everything. And almost never do people see the reason for things. Things happen, and so we react to when things happen. I've lived a whole life of strange, off-the-wall experiences. And every time I think it's over, no, it's coming back bigger.
Just beginning.
Just beginning. I've done over 600 radio interviews. I've worked with CBS on the Ancient Mystery series. I spoke all around the world, all over the earth, traveled extensively, speaking about the world of the occult. And I'm fascinated with how much people don't know. I've had 36 peak experiences in my life. I'll give you an example of the kind of thing that happens to me. And back in 1992-93, I was asked to speak at a conference in Pasadena at a large hotel. There would be about, I don't know, at least 500 people in the audience. And so about a week before, I went out there with the two guys who were putting the conference on. Gary Schultz and Norio Hayakawa from Japan were putting this UFO, alien conference on, and I was going to be the keynote speaker. But we went out to the hotel about a week before to kind of spy out the hotel and see what we were going to do. Norio asked me, he said, when you come up on the platform, what are you going to need? Are you going to be doing a slide presentation or a blackboard or what? And I told him, no, I don't need anything. All I want is a table and a chair, because I want to be able to lay all the documents out that I'm talking about, and I just want to be like a teacher in front of a class. I don't need anything special. So he said to me, he said, all right, then I'll tell you what we'll do then. We'll have somebody sitting behind you on a bar stool with a video camera over your shoulder, so that when you're talking about a document, hold it up, knowing that he's going to zoom in on it, and we'll have closed circuit TV so people can see what you're reading. And so that next Saturday, it came off great. I did a 2-hour presentation on UFOs and alien stuff and all kinds of occult subjects, and it went off fine. That night when we were leaving the event, the guy who was filming me, sitting behind me on the stage, he asked me, he said, Jordan, could you come over tonight for dinner? My wife and I'd like to have you come over. And he lived right there in the city in Pasadena. I said, sure. So we go over there. He's got a really nice condo. The wife is in the kitchen fixing dinner, and he and I are sitting in the front room talking about all kinds of strange stuff. After a while, she comes out of the kitchen and says to him in front of me, she said, have you told him yet? And he said, no, I wasn't going to tell him till after dinner. And I thought to myself, oh, God, not again. I don't like it, surprises. So I said to him, I said, what do you mean you were going to tell me? Tell me what? And he said, we had an ulterior motive for inviting you here. He said, I've told this story to so many people over the last many years, and my wife has heard it so many times. Now I'm going to tell you the story. He said, I just turned 50 years old. And when I was 17 years old, I was back on the East Coast. And one morning, I was out of school for the summer, and I was thumbing my way north to stay with my cousin. And he said, an old man picked me up in a pickup truck. And he said the truck was filthy, dirty, falling apart. And the old man looked to be at least 90 years old. And he said, but at least it's a ride. So he says, when I got in, this old man began to tell me everything about me and my family. He was absolutely correct. He knew everything about my dad's job, my mother, her friends, my sister. The whole time we're driving, he was telling me all about my life.
Deja
How
vu.
and how I'm doing in school, what my sister's boyfriend's doing, and how my dad's doing in business. And he said everything he was telling me was exactly right. And he said, I was amazed as a kid, who is this old man in this dirty, beat-up truck that's telling me this stuff? And he says, and when we stopped, when he let me out, he said, everything I've told you up to now was to entertain you and get your attention. Now I'm going to tell you something important. After you're 50 years old, you're going to be on the other side of this country. And one morning, you're going to be on a stage with a man sitting at a table with a lot of papers. And you're going to have a camera. That technology does not exist, but it will then. And you're going to have a camera sitting behind him over his shoulder, so that when he picks up the paper to talk about, you will be able to hit it with the camera so that people in the audience will be able to see what he's talking about. Now, when that happens, you tell the guy sitting there that you're filming, you tell him I said that I put him at that table. He's sitting at that table doing what I want him to do. That was not his idea to sit at that table. It's my idea. I put him there. And he says, so this morning I'm sitting there filming you, and it finally dawned on me because I was so interested in getting everything ready, I wasn't thinking. And he said, I looked in the audience, I looked at my wife, and she was staring at me. Today, the prophecy was fulfilled. It was like 17 years ago. And the old man just told me to tell you that he put you there. That's not your idea. He wanted you there. That frightened me so that I got up and left. And I remember walking out at night, and I walked out to the street, and I was shaking. I was frightened. And he came out and walked with me. And I said, I don't understand what's happening. And he said, all I'm telling you is what the man said. So somebody knew what you were going to do 17 years ago when they told me. And he said it wouldn't be until after I turned 50. That's just one of many experiences. Because I had so many experiences before that, it was just one more devastating blow that tells me that it doesn't seem to me that anybody is in control of anything. The thing about that particular story that really strikes me is the fact that he knew a particular camera did not exist then. How did he know that that camera was a technology that didn't exist? That implies that all this technology we're being given. Somebody is giving the human race technology, high, incredibly intelligent, technological.
All right, guys. We're going to end this soon, but I just wanted to play one last clip before we end it. And you might know who this is. I'm not sure.
Here's me shooting some smiley faces.
You know, it was a pretty good shot, but he needed a little bit of braces, though. He needed a little bit of braces.
Here's me shooting some smiley faces.
Trying to skip it. Here we go. So he needs some braces right here. Oh, see that one right there? I mean, it's good. It's still a good smiley face, but he definitely gonna need some braces right there. But you know what? Don't mess with Sweet Tea, man. She'll get you. Trust me, man. She pulled the gun on me, dude. She didn't know it was me. Should have pulled the strap on me, bro. What the fuck are you doing out here? I was like, hey, don't shoot me. It's me. Please. So yeah. Anyways, want to end it with that, guys. We're about to end it. We're saying goodnight and love and light. And thanks everyone for coming in. Thanks for Wade, username. Everyone else that was in here. We had Dubwubs. Had a bunch of people in here. So everyone have a great night. All right. Peace, guys.